over 100, you know, with 100 pounds of shit and wearing a black t-shirt. Switch to the night shift on the road. You gotta, you know. Happy 4th of July, William and everybody. And David. It sucks. Hope everyone's staying hydrated and staying fucking safe. You know. And you gotta appreciate Les Blackwell. I saw he was live yesterday at the Hobo Jungle outside. That's just for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, he could have just hung out in the AC and did a live. It was nice and cool. But he went outside. Went to the Hobo Jungle. Same thing with Real Car Rosie art. You know what I mean? They could just, like, be in the van or, you know, fucking hang out at Abby's or something. But they like you guys so fucking much, they go out and hang out in the heat. Oh, did you, Betty? Oh, I just got that. Thank you very much, man. Betty, the VW bus. You are overpaid for your entertainment, homie. Blue with the Harvey. Excuse me. Blue with the Harvey. And the Buckley's beer fun. What are you guys doing? I don't know you that well. You fucking swan diving in my lap. Alright. Where did I put my other phone, though? I did way too much green stuff last night. Other phone. It's gotta be somewhere, right? I'll look for it later. For a phone. TK, what's up, homie? What up, Patty Wack? Happy 4th of July, everybody. I lose a whole phone. What's up, Paul? Happy 4th, Chevy. Lori with the double firework. Thank you, Blue. Patty, I think you would get for that. Buckley's beer fun. He goes down Chickasaw. I'm telling you, you can't keep diving to my lap like that. What up, Southern man? Happy 4th of July. Paul, happy 4th. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, excuse me, I got this waking up. I did way too much green stuff. I got a Jones soda. Like when you were a kid, a glass bottle of Jones soda, but it's like infused with green stuff, and that fucked me up. You know, I didn't even drink last night. I didn't even have one sip of anything fermented. Just some green stuff and that fucking soda. So I'm groggy as shit this morning. I'll be just fine, you know, but I'm feeling it. I'm going to try to get to a grocery store today. I am tired as all fuck, but I can only use that excuse so many times in 1 week. You know, especially on a holiday. Let's see if I can hit a grocery store, at least get some, like, hamburgers, hot dogs to cook up. And I'll get some ice. Dump everything out of my bucket, put the ice in my bucket, put the food in there, and just, you know, spend the night fucking cooking up whenever I get hungry, cook up a burger or a hot dog or two. Just do that for the evening, but I don't know what all's open. So I might end up walking for like 3 miles today just to see a big wet clothes aside. I'm sure something in town is open. I bought my Lambo Feeties, my Chevrolets. Robin, happy 4th, happy 4th. Amanda with the Harvey, what's up, Amanda? 8911, good to see you. Darren Berger, happy 4th, happy 4th. And the 4th of July. Donald Gruff with the good job in the Army, thank you. Patty Wack with the double firework, thank you, homie. Excuse me, Janster, what's up, man? Thank you for the Harvey. Got two whole nights. Oh, I don't know what's how I fucking did nothing on Wednesday. I did a lot of editing and shit, but I had to carry my gear all day Wednesday, so it was nice. A nice rest day. But yesterday I hit it hard, day before that too. But I get a little more gas in the tank, you know. Hell yeah, Trevor. That Jacob, happy 4th. Yeah, I think I had a little bit more gas in the tank to be able to find a grocery store. Do some 4th of July cooking. Listen to some 70s music. A whole bunch of Creedence Clearwater Revival. You know, you be safe too, Trevor. Don't be too safe, though. Most things in life that are fun to do are unsafe. What's up, favorite? Oh, hope you're doing well, homie. Happy 4th of July. No plans. I'm just going to cook some food up and chill. Yeah, I need to get to a grocery store. I grabbed baby wipes anyway. I couldn't find them in my travels walking around Eugene yesterday. So I can find an open grocery store, which I'm sure they'll be open at least for a little bit. I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, I can get my wet wipes, baby wipes for cleaning up myself and fucking. You can use that to clean up all my cooking stuff. And some hamburger, hot dog, something like that. Just get some like cheap stuff. You know, try to find some clearance bread and shit. The main problems it takes, not really. You'd be surprised. It depends what kind of area I'm in, though. I usually have permethrin or permethrin in all my clothes, and that usually keeps ticks. I've had 1 tick. This is, as I said, using permethrin or permethrin. How's with chiggers, too, man? Chiggers suck. Fucking, you get a spot like this big. It's like poison ivy. Marie, what's up, homie? Blue Dot with the heart. Yeah, Marie, I know you're in the UK, but happy 4th of July. Fucking celebrate with us. Why not? What did Hitch call it? Happy Trader's Day. Mosquitoes are horrible. Thermocells are nice for those fuckers. I gotta grab one for this season myself. But Thermocells. It's a little apparatus. You know, nothing really that big. Run you like $25 to get that in 8 hours worth of shit. We put these little pads in, it heats them up, puts this chemical out in the air. Mosquitoes stay away for about 10 to 15 feet. Comes in handy if you try to sit somewhere out in nature or something, or in the backyard. Don't deal with fucking skeeters. Fairly cheap. I gotta get one of those too. I haven't done any of my summer gear at all yet. I was real quick to get rid of my winter stuff. I was real quick to start handing out and dishing out my winter shit. Coming out of March. Been real slow again my summer shit. Oh yeah, I gotta see if I can get up on a hill somewhere. Try to watch some fireworks at some point. Hopefully. Jade with the Buckley's beer fun. Favorites with the intimacy. Thank you. The community hearts. Fur baby mama with the go pop with. Guys being too nice. Jane with the army. Happy 4th, Renata. Yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. I ain't doing anything major. I don't think I'm drinking tonight. Besides more of this fucking soda. I didn't even have that much. I had 2 servings. Still fucking put me on my ass. This is it's a Magic Cabbage fucking soda. You know, the old Jones soda? I got berry lemonade. It's a resealable fucking can and stuff. I don't know, I got it impulsively. I went to the green store. I was walking around Eugene yesterday, I don't know, for like 5 hours. I stopped at a green store, Magic Cabbage store, and got some cheap flour. And I'm like, oh, you know, got something for the holiday. And I look over the fridge, and I'm like, I'll take that right there. Yeah. $5 impulsive buy. I think knocked me on my ass. Did it for 1 year. 300 minutes in 1 year. Thank you, Dave. Rosemary, really? You got 150th. Favorite 4th of July movie? Team America World Police. Yeah, Team America World Police, I think is a good one. You know? What's up, what's up? I think a little Team America World Police. That's going to be my favorite 4th of July movie. I'm already tired. You got this, Chickasaw. Go be social. You know? You'll always pull the plug whenever you want. No matter what you guys are doing in life, you usually have a good headache card. Let me get out of here. My fucking head's killing me. We can just do it mid-conversation. You can do it mid-sentence. And then I went ba-ba-ba, then I went there, then I did this, then I went, oh. I better get going. My head hurts. And you just leave. I never heard rosemary. I have to look into it. I've heard, not lavender. Peppermint oil. Peppermint oil keeps ticks and mosquitoes away. Tea tree oil. I never tried any of them. Oh, the X will be there. Oh, Jesus. Well, they should go looking good. Yeah. It was always going to get that double take from the X. Oh, yeah. Still got it. Happy 4th, I choose life. Potato Head Jessica. Potato Head nap time. I gotta go. Go clean my fridge. I gotta get out of here. My head. I better get going. Man. Look at the. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. I gotta leave so early. You just got here 35 seconds ago. Head's killing me. The Academy Award goes to Chickasaw. Oh, chilly. It's a breeze. Just about to stay carrying that thing. Oh, the hoodie. I always wanted to try the Skin So Soft from Avon. They've turned it into a bug repellent, but it's like an accidental bug repellent. They didn't mean it to be. It's supposed to be a lotion, you know what I mean, to make your skin soft. But yeah, I figured out somewhere in that chemical compound gets rid of bugs. There we go. Should my phone's charging? I really would like to know where I put my other phone. I swear I threw it in the bucket. So it's not laying on it or something. Is it hot? The oil spray. Out of curiosity, was it drunk on this $400 camera? No. I might have lost a $600 phone, but I'm sure it's somewhere. I was using it last night, so it needs to be somewhere in close proximity. But my camera's safe. It's still here. Hope you find it, Tom. On the search, too. Why are you cold? First thing is I'm not cold. I'm comfortable. The second thing is if you look at the screen right here, you see my location. If you check the weather there, you can see it's fucking beautiful out here. Breathtakingly so. What's up, Sue? Good afternoon, honey. Happy 4th, Richard. No, I was live in the evening. I think I went live to about 7. And then I found this camp spot here. Nice little fucking spot, too, man. I found this camp spot here, and then laid out. I had one guy walk up on me. There's someone walking their dog now. There's the only people I saw here at all. But the guy that walked up on me, he was just like, hey, I'm looking for something I left here a week ago. I'm like, yeah, knock yourself out. And he came over and he started talking after. He's like, some bike part, some bicycle part. We started chatting. He was like, "Hey, yeah, I usually come here to like get away from people, so I can like fix my bike and just get away from people." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I came here, to get away from people." You know, he's like, "Yeah, man, sometimes you just gotta get away." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'll see you later." I'm like, "Have a good one." Passive aggressively tell him I want to be left alone. Yeah, I come all the way out here to be left alone from people. Yeah, that's why I was here too. What up, Hugh? Oh. No, so the guy, okay. Remember the beginning of the live, if you were in the live yesterday evening, I kept, like, there's a bike here with all this stuff, you know? Like, I don't know where the person is. Now, I walked around looking for someone to, you know, make sure everyone was all right and make sure that, like, you know, they knew I was here so they wouldn't freak out when they saw me sitting next to their bike. So, if you watch the live, every once in a while you see me look over, you know, you wouldn't hear me talking, trying to talk to someone. Like, "Hey, man, like, I didn't know anyone was over here. Sorry for waking you up." And no response. And the person would kind of sit up and then go back down and then sit up and then grab the gate for the dugout because it's by a baseball field and kind of fall back down. So I ended the live and I went over. I'm like, "Are you okay, man?" Just asking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just sleeping. Well, I'm sorry, I'll get out of here soon." I'm like, "I don't work here, man. I'm just hopping a train. I'm just passing through town. Before I leave, I want to make sure you're all right." He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. You know, thanks for checking." And then he got up, looked around. I was putting my pack on. He's like, he went back to sleep. I was like, down the road here. So we found out whose bike it was. The guy got fucking a little too drunk on the 3rd of July. I had to go sleep at the dugout. Hell yeah, Tom. I'm glad you found it, homie. Lord, what's up, man? Happy 4th, Hugh. Happy 4th. Hey, KO. Happy 4th, man. Yeah, that was his bike. Yeah, he was doing some drinking, you know. I don't even know how he was operating a bicycle at that level of inebriation, especially with all the weight on it, like side pouches and shit, saddlebags, whatever the fuck. I don't know, you still don't. I don't know if you've ever tried to catch a heavy buzz, catch an inebriation, and then go try to ride a bicycle. It's not anything fun. You know what I mean? Just a simple act of going straight is almost impossible, as you've got no balance, you know? It's like back when you first try to start learning how to ride a bike again. I used to work in downtown Boston, but I lived one city away. So I would just bike into work, you know, doing construction, putting up high rises, just bike in. And there's a couple times where I got drunk and tried to drive that bike, and I don't recommend it at all. Oh, you hit a mailbox? Damn. Scooter? Whatever you're into. Oh, I was working on that phone. I left somewhere around here. I ain't worried about it. You know, it just slid to the bottom of the bucket, or it's in the grass somewhere. It ain't going anywhere. You know, I really dealt with everything around me. Like someone ran over and grabbed just my phone and ran off, and I didn't hear them. That's one thing I love about tall grass too, is I can hear the, you know, they were sleeping. You know, walking on it and shit, they're getting close. But when I first started traveling, anything walking around me, anything close proximity, I'd wake up every time and I'd look. Every fucking time. But I've been doing this for so long, I'm like so comfortable sleeping outside now that I sleep through it a lot. You know, like I just fucking sleep right through it. Yeah, any noise or anything, my brain's just like, yeah, whatever, you're fine. We've done this a million times. Oh, but I doubt, like I said, I doubt it. Like, I had my tobacco out, shit like that, boots and all that, camera. It's, you know, kind of stashed where it's all close to me and close together. Just walking by at nighttime, you can't really see what's what. But if anyone ran up and grabbed something, I'd grab my phone. They would grab my smokes too, at least, if not something more valuable. Yeah, there's a lot of fireworks here last night. Most of Chioli, what's up, homie? Yes, is that a firecracker or a pew pew? Must live in a major city. I was thinking that last night though, because there's a lot of fireworks going off in town here last night. You know, and whatever. I don't know the dog. I don't care. But it was like, you know, it's like, oh, is that a pew pew or a firework? I wonder. What up, Pizza Hut? I don't even know who's it anymore. Yeah, that's Richard. Until 2 a.m. So I'll be sleeping through it. What's up, Stephen Albert? I'm going to try to grab some stuff to cook today. I don't think I got to walk far to get to the grocery store. I think it's only about a mile and a half away. So that'll take me about half an hour or so. 40 minutes. Well, mile and a half, 40, 45 minutes. And then maybe camp up there and I'll walk back until tomorrow, you know. Just trying to, I walked a shit ton the last 2 days, so I'm not trying to keep forcing it, keep pushing it. It's usually coming off of like for 2 weeks, I was walking every day, you know, with full gear. And then I took 1 day off. And these last 2 days I've been hitting it hard again. Which is fine, I'm used to it, but I'm like, oh, just be careful. Just not get an injury and fuck myself up. You know. Oh, tendon snapped. Oh, muscle snapped. Fuck. Watch me limp around Eugene for 2 more weeks. You know. Teresa, thank you for the repost. Oh, son, what's up, homie? Thank you for the heart. Waking up. Good morning, Pizza Hut. It's all good time. No one got you. I don't know who's it. What's up, Tina? Welcome in. Welcome in. The cold here? No, it's comfortable. It's like 65 or something. I was rocking a t-shirt for the first like 20 minutes of the live. The sleeves rolled up. But yeah, a little breeze came in. I was like, ooh, chilly. What's up, Oz? I just gotta get to the grocery store today. I'm gonna see what's open for stores in general. Make sure I get tobacco and all that the last week till tomorrow. Which grab an 8-pack, I'll be fine. Try to find a grocery store that's open for the holiday. I'm sure a lot will be, at least during the day. I want to grab like some hamburgers and hot dogs to cook up. I'll go live, chat with you guys, cook some food and shit. I got a whole fuel cylinder for the most part. I've only cooked a couple meals on it. A big ass cylinder too, the 1 pounder. Do some cooking. Ketchup, mustard, hot dog, hamburger. That'll be good to go. Valinda, happy 4th of July. Yeah, if I can find a grocery store within walking distance that's open, I'll do some cooking tonight on live. You know, but it all hinges on the one grocery store I walk to. Is it going to be open? You know, it's like not quite like a food desert here at all. You know what I mean? That's an extreme word to use. And they exist in America. Like, you'll have an impoverished neighborhood that don't have a grocery store in it at all. And then usually has some rich fucker rolls through. It's like, I'll build a grocery store here if you give me a bunch of kickbacks. And then the city and state will give them kickbacks. And they won't finish the construction. They'll stop at the point where it's most profitable for them to stop, but for the kickbacks. And just leave the project and walk. It's fucking horrifying what rich people get away with there in America. But this has a food desert kind of vibe. Because, like, this whole strip, I've been up and down. It's like every time you want to go to a grocery store, it's going to be over a mile away. You know, imagine living here without a car, being like elderly. Oof, it's a rough spot. But yeah, it's like everywhere I've been in Eugene, I've always been away from a grocery store. I don't think I've been to one grocery store. Mexican markets I've been to in Eugene here, but I haven't been to a single actual grocery store yet. So we'll try to do that today. I gotta get some wet wipes. That's all I need. Wet wipes and some food to cook up for 4th of July. I don't even think I'm drinking today. I was did enough damage earlier in the week. Frog, always. Thanks for having me. Your zip code's considered a food desert, really? Lene with the rose, thank you. Much appreciated. Cheryl, I love you so much. Hugh Rexshone, thank you for the shares, homie. Yeah, I should have got some caffeine to bring with me. I don't know. I gotta get coffee today too, right? Like I have not had coffee on the road in forever. I've had the fucking whole kitchen set up, make coffee whenever I want, as long as I got water and coffee. I keep forgetting to get coffee. So let me get my list worked out. It's not much, right? Coffee, wet wipes, hamburger, hot dog, buns, rolls, ketchup, mustard. If I get lucky, the grocery store will have a deli, and I'll just take the ketchup and mustard from the deli. Little packets? Save money. I don't need a whole jar. What the fuck am I going to do with it? There are a lot of people. Dude, there's like 2,000 people camping around me. Mostly bugs. No, not much humans. No one's camping here. Just me. Oh, I do caffeine every day. Every day. I can't remember the last time I have not had caffeine in a day. It's the lifeblood of champions. But I just keep forgetting to buy it to have on me. I usually gotta wait until I pack up camp and go to the store and shit. It's like, fuck. It's been months. Like, months. Yeah, I have not got coffee to bring with me on the road. But I've been spoiled, too, because I've been in the cities and shit. It makes camping a lot harder, but it makes getting supplies a lot easier. I think Dunsmuir is probably the smallest town I've been in, this whole California, Oregon leg of the trip here. But Dunsmuir is beautiful. Like walking on Dunsmuir, taking photos, I'm like, I see why people live here. I could live here, I mean, it sucks because there's nothing there. They got some cool stuff in town in Dunsmuir, some really cool shit. But there's only one grocery store, you know what I mean? If they don't have what you want, you ain't getting it. It ain't that big either, No Walmart, which is cool. Just sucks when you're on the road and you need shit. No, I get coffee tea bags, Tommy. They're from Folgers. They make tea bags filled with coffee. They're called like classic singles or something like that. That way I'll do instant coffee if I have to, but I'd rather not. Yeah, I've been to Wegmans. Wegmans is good. But yeah, that way I can have fresh coffee on the road. If I have to carry a whole apparatus just for fresh coffee, or do cowboy coffee and get the grounds all in my mouth and shit. It's nice just to fucking dip my little tea bags in there and then have coffee. Cowboy coffee's not too bad. Old bartender trick here. Cowboy coffee, you just take coffee and you throw it into hot water, right? Man, there's a lot of wasps floating around here all of a sudden. But, yeah, you take your water, you boil it. When it gets to a boil, you shut the heat off, you throw the coffee grounds in there, you stir it. Boom, fresh coffee. But you got those grounds in there. So all you do is you pour a little bit of cold sinks, heat rises. So that cold water will pull all the coffee grounds down to the bottom of the cup. So you can sit there through most of the coffee and not worry about getting too many grounds in your mouth and shit like that. Or if you have a clean bandana or something like that, you can use that. Just steep your coffee with that, but I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't know, my bandana's dirty. This thing's more fucking rust and diesel fuel than anything else at this point. Diesel exhaust. Roxanne, what's up, homie? Goofy grounds. Search for instant coffee. I mean, I don't terribly mind instant coffee. I'm not like, it's just not a preference, rather not. You get that weird flavor to it. Like a syrupy kind of flavor. I can't help but notice. But that's all I can get. That's all I can get. No, it's like 65 or something, I'm sure. It's too cold out here. I'm just being comfy cozy, you know what I mean? As I can. It's like when fall first hits. You're not cold, but you put a sweater on anyway. You know what I mean? It's the comfy cozy part. Still in my sleeping bag and everything, for fuck's sake. I'll make a cup of coffee. On the way, man, on the way. I'll go from here to Portland, Spokane, and then out east. Keep going east from there. Pinion? I'll try it. If I see it, I'll try it out, bro. Any excuse for more coffee. I used to use those reusable Keurig cups. And back when I played guitar, people would just drop off random shit. Sometimes drop off Keurig stuff. I would just put a small hole in the top and bottom, and just throw it in hot water, let it steep, and then pull it out. It works. I just don't want to pay extra for Keurig when I can just get coffee. But for the longest time, I had it's like plastic with a wire mesh to it, like a fine wire mesh. And I'd put my coffee in there, and I'd put that in the hot water. You know, it's like a reusable Keurig cup. To explain it better, a reusable Keurig cup. So I'd throw that in my hot water, and that was great. I used that for a long time. Then it broke. The lid snapped off of it, and I lost the lid. And I was like, okay, where do I buy those? Like, you have to buy those online. You can't. I've never seen those in a store in my life. Reusable fucking Keurig cups, K-cups. So I never used one again. But that was really handy. If you have to go camping, you go on a car camping or something like that, maybe a good way to get your coffee. Just fucking fresh coffee in a reusable Keurig cup. Nah, it's good. I use coffee tea bags now. That was like year one of me traveling. I used that reusable Keurig. Sold for my parents before I left. You know, just use that. But yeah, now I'll use instant coffee if I have to. But yeah, Folgers makes coffee tea bags. It's usually my go-to. That way I get fresh coffee on the road. I don't need any apparatus or anything like that. You know, I'll have I think it comes with 28 or something little packages of these tea bags. But then as I'm using them, it's getting lighter, going away. You know. That's my go-to. Just heat some water up, throw some tea bags in, read my book, watch the sunrise or whatever the fuck I'm doing. Start my day off. But it's been a while since I had coffee. I mean, I've exclusively gone bougie where I just get coffee at stores now. But down the street here, the coffee is $2.20 for fucking 24 ounces. Real car Rosie Art. What's up, homie? What you doing? You fucking lives are popping, man. I love to see it. Love to see it, man. Dude, fucking a hot commodity right now, dude. Yeah, almost 5 years. A month from today, August 4th, will be 5 years on the road officially. Crazy, man. I feel like we just celebrated the 4th. You know? Real car with a heartbeat, thank you. Damn, we got 499 people on the team. I started going live a lot less. I'm only going live 25, 30 hours a week now, usually. The idea is to go live for 2 hours every day. That's 14, right? And then 3 or 4 days throughout the week, go live for another 2 hours. You know, that brings me up roughly to 25, 30. And then I get carried away sometimes and I go live extra or whatever. Whatever it is, what it is. I got the time. If I got the time, it's fine. But as a result, I'm getting in great shape, because that frees up, fucking 15 hours a week where I can just walk around and take photos and shit like that. But, income-wise, I'm probably 90% of what I was making, 85, 90%. Even though I'm going live almost half as much. Thank you guys for showing up. But the team stuff went way down. We're at 300 a week ago. So I was like, oh shit, okay, that's gonna keep dwindling down. But I appreciate you guys. Yeah, super fans went up. Fan club went up. It's fucking insane. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching this stuff. Thank you guys. Forestel. Yeah, I got my Forestel t-shirts coming out next week. Make sure you guys keep an eye on that. I love that fucking troll community over there. You know, it's like a mixture of troll awareness, and then even something else. I can't put a word to it. Where like Tank Lip was sleeping yesterday, right? Tank Lip was sleeping yesterday, and it's all the people he hates in his boxes while he's sleeping live, all talking about how they can better his health. You know? Like, that's how they're gonna troll him, by forcing him to do better health wise and take care of himself. You know, like that's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful. Priya with the heartbeat. I don't know. Funny motherfuckers over there. What's up, Priya? Good morning, good morning. Happy 4th of July. Hazelnut creamer. It's a must-have. What I've been thinking about doing is grabbing Priya with the Liberty gloves. What strain am I puffing? Salamanca. Salamanca Indigenous. Finest blend. Premium. It's just tobacco. You know. Yeah, I'm in Oregon. I've been there for too long. I stayed here a little bit longer because I had two friends rolling by, and we had a blast. We hung out for a couple hours just chatting over lunch and shit. I was eating lunch. They just chilling there talking. But, yeah, I ended up staying in town for another 3 days just for that. I was like, fuck, when's the next time I'm going to be here? We've been homies for years, you know, and we never had a chance to meet up just virtually. So I was like, when the fuck's the chance we're going to meet up again, you know? So I said, fuck it, hung out for another 3 days. Did all that. Checked out the rose garden here in town. World's oldest cherry tree up here, which I really want to get a photo of because, like, Lord knows how long it's going to be here for. Like, that can be gone next month. So I want to get a photo of that. It is beautiful. This 180-year-old fucking cherry tree. Doesn't grow cherries anymore, obviously, because it's old, you know. But it's got supports and guy cables keeping it up and stuff. And it's beautiful, but it's kind of sad. You can just see how old it is with all the supports just keeping it up. You know, like, oh, poor thing. But I want to get a photo of that because the next time I come through town, I might not be here, you know. Get on the train. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, whatever you're willing to throw in for that, Eric. You throw me, $500. I'll be on a train tonight, baby. No, I like that you're spamming my comment section. 600 for you. What's up, Philly George? Oh, no, those are my two homies. We were going to hang out that day. I knew that. But we didn't have, like, a set time for when. So when I came out of the Rose Garden, I sat down for lunch. They let me know in the chat, like, yo, we're on the way. And I was like, all right. And then they pulled up, and they, like, just dropped, like, yo, with the fucking Rocky the Rock Bean. Thank you, Steven. Tamara with the hand heart. Steven with the Rocky Bean. Thank you, homies. You guys being too nice, man. But, yeah, I was eating lunch, and, you know, they put in the chat, like, the eyes, like, the looking eyes. And I'm like, I don't see you. I don't know. I went back to eating and talking. And then, I turned to the side, and I saw two people near me. I was like, fuck. So it's just the homies. Yeah, we chatted for like 2 hours, and then, we all went about our fucking day. But they were cool as shit. Yeah. There was Daydream Daisy and Kasamwich. I don't think they're in my story anymore. I gotta redo that, re-upload that. Well, yeah, we've known each other for years. Happy 4th, Judy Lynn. Pizza Hound with the heart, me and Go Pop to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go, I got like a 45-minute walk to a grocery store. Hopefully they're open. I'll call them before I get there, like a smart individual would. But, grass in my bucket and shit. So much grass all around. It just picks it all up and it goes all in my shit. I Phone found. Crisis averted. Alright. Get the charger for that out. I need that. Yeah, I'm trying to hit a grocery store. Hopefully they're open. Get some hot dogs and hamburgers. Cook them up. Just fucking have my stove set up whenever I get hungry. Get some ice. Throw everything out of my bucket. Put the ice in the bucket with the food. That way I can sit there for a while and I don't have to worry about cooking everything up within 2 hours or whatever before it starts getting bacteria. It becomes more unsafe to eat. And yeah, let's get some hot dogs and hamburgers for the holiday. Fury User, what's up, homie? G Motto, happy 4th, homie, stay safe. Thank you for the fan cat and the heartbeat. Happy 4th, Priya. Right there, we chill. Love and life, happy 4th. Welcome in, folks. Oh. Betty the VW, Buzz. You be safe. Just read your note on the Venmo. The Venmo, thank you. Damn, we throwing down hard early. Appreciate you. The Matthew Knight Arena? I don't think so. Is that the college one? Let's find out. 1 to who? 5 miles away from it. And probably the closest I was to that is when I was rolling into town. Oh, it's basketball, okay. Yeah, when I was rolling into town and when I was at the Rose Garden, I think it was probably the closest I got to the Matthew Knight Arena. I'm going to read that back to back here. Eugene proper. I'm up by Santa Clara. Santa Clara. I think I'm saying that right. I'm close to that. I'll probably end up going into Santa Clara. Going to the grocery store later today. Yeah, man, it's like fucking nothing here. Everywhere I go, it's just like this one convenience store nearby, which is fine. I'm getting what I need, water, protein shakes, fucking whatever. Maybe if I get lucky, they'll have hot food attached to it or something, but everywhere I've been in Eugene, it's been mostly that. I can't remember the last time I was in a grocery store. There was a meat market I went to in South Loop, Eugene. A Mexican meat market I went to a couple times. I got some chicken fajita mix one time. The next time I got some smoked pork loin, which was really good. It was like pork bellies almost, that kind of consistency. It's really good. What's up, Mimsy? 103 out. Ugh. I just came out of all that weather. And I'm very lucky. I'm sure it's a million degrees out in Reading right now where I was at. But this is one of those rare times that I'm comfortable and you guys are all uncomfortable in extreme weather. And I never know what to do with myself in this situation. It's like, well, I can't bitch about weather. What do I talk about now? It's a good 25% of my content is just me bitching about weather. It's fucking hot. It'll be fine, but it's fucking hot. Fucking cold, man. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's 63 here. 63 here. Reading, where I was at, it's only going to be 102. Reading is just being normal. Respiratory infection, feel better, homie. Clean up a Tiny Tykes 4th frat celebration. Yeah, Mimsy. Yeah, feel better, Steven. Feel better. Respiratory infection. I don't know what that feels like. Sounds horrifying, to be honest with you. Oh, fuck. I'm surprised I'm not more tired, to be honest with you. like worn down. I should be a lot. I don't know. I think I'm getting in better shape for quite some time now. Guess it's paying off. But you know, I walked for 5 hours fucking yesterday, like straight. I took 2 breaks for like 20 minutes tops. You know, day before that, I was walking around for hours, just getting to the Rose Garden, at the Rose Garden, leaving the Rose Garden, hanging out with a couple of homies, and then walking around town to find camp, get back near the train yard and shit. And then I only had last Wednesday, I didn't carry anything. I had 2 whole weeks before that, I was carrying my shit every day. I'm like, damn, gotta keep that protein up. You know, fucking makes all this shit way easier. I get 3 or 4 days if I don't get a lot of protein for 3 or 4 days, everything gets a lot heavier. I see an immediate difference just in how easy it is to carry stuff compared to not. But even when I taking that day break when I got back to it, and you guys saw it on live. I picked my bucket up. I'm like, why is it so light? The fuck is it so light for? You know, I thought I lost something or forgot something. I look in it, I'm like, no, I got everything. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I've been fucking housing protein shakes and fucking meat every day. It's been fucking working out for me. Yeah. LA was a good time. I was there for 3 weeks in LA. Got a wagon. I carry 100 pounds of stuff. I just carry it on my back and in my hands. Jay Streeter. What's up, homie? Miss you too. Miss you too. You know, all is well. You know, I feel like out of everyone we worked with, Jackie, like me and you were the hardest working in the way that like we always had fucking like 2 jobs. You know, like we'd bang out fucking 40, 50 hours at the bar and then work a second job for 20, 30. I think you were doing like more than me though. You're doing like what, 40 at the post office, easy, and then doing like another 35, 45 and fucking bartending. But, and you have all the part timers going around. You're working their 12th hour for the week. You know, like, oh man, I'm so tired. I'm in Oregon. Yeah, I'm in Eugene, Oregon, just south of Portland, like an hour and a half, 2 hours south of Portland, Oregon. And then from there, I'm heading east. I'm trying to get back by like early August, mid-August. Get back to Boston. Cause a scene. I almost came to see you last time I was in Boston, and then my mom ended up getting in the hospital. And that fucked me all up. She's fine, you know what I mean. It's fucked up everything I was planning on doing and shit. It fucked me all up, like plan wise. And the old ladies wanted attention, I guess. Let's hang out. I'm fucking down, dude. I haven't seen you in 12 years. But, I'm different now, Jackie. So when you hang out with me, like I'm very demanding now because I'm famous on the internet. You know, I'm TikTok famous. So like, you know, I'm gonna ask for weird shit. Yeah, you go to the store, give me some M&Ms, but just the fucking green ones. You know, don't do any of it. Don't encourage it. In fact, have something very heavy they could throw at me whenever I go diva on you. You know, want to get tacos? They're not like L.A. tacos. Tacos in L.A. It could be Christmas. You could be sitting there on a patio, outdoor dining, eating tacos in L.A. on Christmas Eve. Just throw something at my fucking giant head. Shut me up. You know, yeah, fucking quiet hobo. Fucking Kate Lita came in here the other day with like a random username and a random profile picture. Like changed her profile picture to username. It had like the cat part, the Kate Lena. They had the Kate part. But started talking to me like she knew me, and I'm like, "What the hell? Who are you? Who are you? You know, I don't remember you." And they're like, "Oh, what the hell? You don't remember me? I've known each other for so long." I'm like, "Oh, like it's Kate Lita." I'm like, I didn't know that. You know, she's just fucking with me. That was last week. Peel the grapes. That's a good one. I'm stealing that one. I'm stealing that. Yeah. Peel the grapes. I don't eat these grapes with skins on them. You know, like the tannins. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Yeah, sorry, I'm so popular now. That's one thing I love when I go back to Boston. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. You know what I mean? It's fucking beautiful. I'll see friends and family. Every once in a while, they'll have questions like, "So what's it like? Like, you met this person? I've been watching this person on social media for years. Like, you met them? Yeah. Go to hang out. They're cool as shit. You know, whatever the case may be. Well, they suck, but no one fucking cares. You know what I mean? All my friends and family from back home, they don't look at me any different. They're just like, yeah, whatever. You're a bum on the internet. Cool, good for you. You know, and I fucking love that. You know, when I'm on here, I'm just me. This is if you met me in real life, this is how I talk a lot less because like obviously I'm doing a live stream. I got to keep fucking yapping, you know. But you know, I don't put on a persona or anything like that. But like, let's say I'm doing 10 meetups in a week. I'm meeting up with 10 different people. You know, collabs and meetups. Let's just say I do 10 in a week, right? And it's usually where I'm at. You know, usually it's like anywhere from 7 to about 20 a week. I'm fucking meeting up with people and shit. Or doing collabs with other creators and shit. No matter how small, how big, whatever. And the entire time I got to be anywhere, man. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's a different vibe from when I go back home to Boston. Where everyone's like, "Yo, what's up, Troy?" You know, like I got to be, you know, anywhere, man. And I'm still myself, if that makes sense. You know, what I mean, I don't fucking change who I am. You know, I'm fucking puffing and swearing and talking. But it's nice when I go back to Boston because no one treats me any different. No one gives a fuck who I am. You know what I mean? Like they know me as Troy. They don't give a fuck what I'm doing on the internet, and it is really nice. I have to just be myself completely, if that makes sense. Any drilling rigs? Not today. Oh, you'll never change. Yeah, I always forget. I'll never forget. I always forget. I'll never forget when I first started working at fucking Legals, and they was trying to figure me out. You know, like, why the fuck's this guy working here? You know, like, what is this guy bringing to the table? Because you know, like, I didn't, you know, my regulars didn't start rolling through, and you guys didn't fucking know, and we working my ass off and filling in for everybody and all that shit, you know. But you were the first one to actually like treat me like a human being over there. It didn't take long, you know. Within a month, everyone fucking, you know, fucking laid off and got off my ass about stupid shit. But you were the first one, like working Mondays with you when you were doing inventory. You were the first one to be nice to me over there. You know, like Steve was fucking a regular of mine for a long time. That's how I got the gig. Which is funny because Steve watched me beat the shit out of 4 people for fucking grabbing up on my girl and stealing her phone and shit. And then like a month later gave me, 2 months later gave me a job. And I'm like, all right. But that story, I was dating this girl and I was working. She worked at the same place. You know, we ended up working at the same place, got another job and shit. She was serving, I was bartending. And these 4 dudes come in, man, and they were just like the worst, the fucking worst. You know, like just douche nozzles. And I didn't like. They came into the bar causing a problem, and I'm like, I don't like these 4. And whatever, you just do your job and fucking get over it, right? So then, my girl lost her phone. She put it on the bar, ordered her drinks, and then the phone was gone. So she's doing Find My iPhone, trying to find her phone. And she's looking like underneath some stools and stuff. And one of those 4 dudes just go up and grab her on the rear end. And I'm like, oh no, we're not doing that. I'm cut, right? I'm off of work for the night. It was, you know, slowing down. So the general manager was bartending, cut me, and I was, you know, just hanging out looking for her phone. I got a beer in my hand, of course. You know what I mean? But yeah, went up and grabbed her on the butt. Now, what would gentlemen in here? What would you do if some random guy grabbed your girl on the butt? You'd probably get physical with them, right? I'm beyond that. You know what I mean? Like, I've been fighting since I was a kid. So I'm beyond that shit. I match energy. So I went up and I grabbed that dude by the ass. Just went up, boom, and I got up in there. You know what I mean? I got to wash my hands after. Got up in there. He's like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'm like, oh, I thought we were grabbing asses here, brother. What's going on? Well, you just did that to my girl, but I can't do it to you. What's up with that? You know what I mean? Give them a taste of their own medicine. Right? Oh, that's fucked up. Don't get loud with me either. You know? Better calm down, little guy. So, I don't like these motherfuckers, obviously, right? What's up, Booger? I don't like these motherfuckers. What's up, Lauren? Of course I remember Lauren. Lauren is the fucking best. But I go outside, I'm having a puff, and I'm talking to some fucking folks that, regulars there. And those 4 kids leave. And they say something, and I just ignore them, keep talking. I can't stand these fucking people. My girl comes running out of the bar. Who just left? My phone just, because she's even find my iPhone. My phone just left. Who just left? I'm like, cool. I lock into those 4 cats. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's it. I've been trying, you know what I mean? I've been trying to be nonviolent in this situation. But they go fucking walking down the street. She goes running after them, and I'm fucking ahead of her. And immediately I run up, I'm like, where's the phone? And they're like, what phone? What phone? And the one guy immediately pulls it out of his pocket. He immediately knew exactly where it was. Like, oh, I thought it was mine. You thought it was yours, but you knew when I said, where's the phone, you knew exactly where it was. And now someone's getting hit. So I grabbed that dude by the shirt. I went to go chuck him onto the ground, but there was this really low fence. And I'm like, oh, that's going to not end well. This guy gets impaled by this fence. So I threw him on the ground, gave him a couple. I expected the other 3 to move in and jump me, but they kind of moved in. I got loud. They backed up. And then during all this, I'm hooting and I'm hollering, and all of a sudden, I get a tap on my shoulder. I thought I was getting blindsided, right? So I turn over. It's this guy, Steve, who ended up giving me a job working with Jay Streeter, who's in here now, 2 months later. He taps me on the shoulder. I look over. He goes, hey, look, that guy's sacrificing himself to you. I looked down. It's the first guy I hit, the one that had the phone. He's on the ground like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's like on his knees. Not sorry enough yet. So during all this, he starts shimmying over. He starts grabbing his glasses. I take him and I snap him in half and I throw him on the ground. Not enough has been done in the situation. I am still very mad. So I snap his glasses in half. I chuck him on the ground. I go back to yelling at the other 3 because they're getting closer. And then, they're all getting ready to leave, right? This is the end. The guy went to go grab his 2 halves of his glasses. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't want this guy. This guy doesn't deserve these. So I put my boot on the glasses and just started fucking fast track to Scrape Town. And then I picked him up and chucked it out. I'm like, here you go. And got out of there. But yeah, 2 months later, after that, fucking going up and trying to beat up 4 people, that same guy. And again, he was a regular of mine for years, Steve. He's the guy that got me the last bartending gig I did with, Jay Streeter. Fucking, good to hear from y'all, by the way. Fucking Jackie, Lauren, Caitlin was in there the other day. But, yeah, I wouldn't give me a job. You know what I mean? I would not have given me a job. You just watch me assault 4 customers. But Steve knew me well, man. Right as he was getting in the service industry, him and his girl would come in like every like once a week, like every like Wednesday night I'd be working or whatever, Tuesday night, and they'd come in and he was like, oh, I just started serving. And I'm like, all right, like here's like how I got out of some stuff when I first started. And I give him tips and shit like that. Like, like how to fucking do hospitality, how I did it. And then he was like, I'm just here to steal your jokes. I just steal a shit ton of your jokes and drop them at tables and shit. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's all open source. You're paying me, so you're fine. You're tipping me. But it's a sad story, man. Like, it's not mine to really tell, but his girl ended up passing away. From, of all things, the drink. The drink got her. Yeah, it was fucking... all of a sudden, she just stopped coming in. You know what I mean? I didn't ask anything. It's not my business. He didn't come in for like a month. And then I didn't see her. When he started coming back, I didn't see her. So I thought they just broke up, It wasn't until quite some time later that we're drunk at Hot Pot. Fucking doing all you can eat. We're both big guys, I think Japanese or something. Like Japanese or Samoan or something. He's a big motherfucker. As am I. So we're just drunk, fucking housing like all the food this place could possibly muster up for us. This Hot Pot place. But he told me what happened. But, she was so far into the fucking drink that she was going blind. You know what I mean? Like that's how much she was drinking. So her family came to pick her up to bring her across the country to go get her into a program. And on the way back, she passed away from the withdrawals. Like she wasn't drinking on the way back, and her body went into shock, and that's all she wrote. I'm like, God damn, dude. You know, fucking horrifying. So there's probably some trauma bonding there. Because why the fuck would you hire some guy who just fucking assaulted 4 customers? You know? Hey, the guy, we need a bartender? Yeah, it's got the one that swears a lot. A couple of months ago, I watched him beat up 4 people. That was a good gig. I met a lot of cool people there. My last place I worked at. What up, Moose? Dennis Zool with the Harvey and the follow, thank you. What up, Lizard King? Those soulful eyes, were they behind me? I like the name Lizard King, obviously, because of fucking Jim Morrison. You know? Was that an anagram or whatever the fuck it's called? No, Mr. Mojo Rising, that was his letters all switched around. He just called himself the Lizard King, right? What up, RJ? We're getting all the fucking Bostonian cats coming through. What's up, Ken? I said some co-workers in here. And you come rolling through. I miss you, baby girl. I'll be back, man. I'll be back in like August if it all works out. I gotta get out of here. It's hard to fucking move, man. It's so fucking hard now. It used to be like when I first started, man, I'd bang out fucking 1,000 miles a week, like fucking clockwork. You know? Now it's everywhere I land. There's always something, you know, something I need to check out, people I want to meet up with, other creators, people that follow me, you know, or check this thing out, do that, whatever. It's just hard for me just to get in and get out nowadays. Fucking Dunsmuir, California was super easy. Because I only got recognized once. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy. We're going to like cirrhosis shit. You got arthritis, Pizza Hound? What's the best relief for arthritis? Do you have one? Just like over the counter shit or something? I'm in Oregon. Complete opposite side of the country. I think I'm like 3,300 miles away from Boston. Take a peek. I fucking hate Google Maps. Choose a starting point. Obviously where I'm at is always the starting point. God damn it. It's calculating. It's a 46-hour drive. Lover of doggies. What's up, homie? Oregon. Yeah, I'm in Oregon. Cayenne's good for arthritis. I was in a fucking motel in Chico, California, and the lady next to me, you couldn't puff in the room, so I'm outside puffing. The lady next to me is like, "Are you that guy from TikTok that fucking hops trains?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Troy. Nice to meet you." So we're chatting for a couple hours, right? And this other random young woman walks up, and just keeps asking the other woman for stuff. And the other woman will go grab it, lotion, this and that. And it's like, "Do you have any cayenne pepper?" And the lady's like, "No, I don't fucking cayenne pepper." I was like, "Oh, I do. Because I carry cayenne pepper with me. You know, I got a little, like, seasoning shaker thing with all these different seasonings. You get the camping section of fucking Walmart. Cayenne pepper's one of them." I didn't know it was a fucking tweaker. I didn't know that this lady doesn't even know this person at all. You know, I was like, "Oh, this nice lady I'm talking to, her friend needs cayenne pepper. Here you go." This motherfucker used 3/4 of my salt on her skin. Cayenne pepper. And maybe she's onto something. You know what I mean? Maybe that's like a thing. You put cayenne pepper on your fucking skin. You know? But she is a tweaker. So you know what I mean? Like I didn't clock it. I didn't clock the tweaker aspect, I guess. So like at some point the cayenne pepper goes in her eyeballs. She's freaking out about it. And then she starts talking about how like her brain's swollen. My brain's swollen from an old injury and this and that. I'm like, "Okay, what do you want me to do here?" She said, call an ambulance. I'm like, "Okay, done." I call an ambulance, we go back in my room. And I'm done. I'm out of here now. I got shit I got to do. Right? Ambulance shows up, and I go out, and we just talk to him. Hey, she's saying something about her brain being swollen. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? But when someone says, "Hey, can you call an ambulance?" I'd much rather do that than not do that. You know what I mean? Just in case this is a real situation. I'm not a medical professional. So I call the ambulance. So the hotel owner comes over to me and is giving me a hard time. Yeah, we don't rent to people like this. It's fucking like 11 o'clock and there's sirens all over the place and shit. The guy looks like he just bought the motel and he's changing it all around and shit. He's giving me a hard time. And I'm like, look, man, like someone asked me to call an ambulance. I call an ambulance. I don't know what you want me to do. Well, you guys, if you want to rent here again, I'm like, you guys. I'm like, I don't know her. Like, I don't know her at all. So the guy looks to my neighbor and is like, is she staying with you? She's like, no, she just walked up and started asking me for shit. I don't fucking know her. I'm like, yeah, we're just sitting here, man. Random tweaker walked in your motel and caused a problem. I don't fucking tell you. So getting coffee and like continental breakfast the next morning. Against Chico, like what, 3 weeks ago? Getting continental breakfast and all that shit. And he apologized. He was like, yeah, sorry about that. I thought she was staying with you. I thought she was like, like you two were both in the room. I was like, no, this random person. So we started talking and he was asking me about the camera. I was like cleaning it when I was like fucking outside smoking and stuff. I was cleaning the lenses off and shit real quick, getting ready to shoot the next day. And he wanted me to take photos of his motel, but it was on Thursday. He wanted me to come back on Monday. And I'm like, if I'm still in town on Monday, I'll come take photos. Fuck it. I'll probably charge him $200-$300. Spend 8 hours, 4 hours of shooting, 4 hours of editing. And just fucking send it all within a day. Quick turnaround, here you goes, all your stuff. And get out of there. But I was gone by, I don't know, that day. I think Thursday I was out of there. That one man guy. What's up, homie? Missed you. Good to see you. Ibuprofen still works, but you do it rarely. You can't have too much of that shit, right? Physical therapy's helped you. I only asked because I'm pretty sure I'm a shoe-in for arthritis at some point. Carrying all this shit. I am curious to how this is all going to catch up to me, if it will at all. I got picked up by a nurse in Pueblo, Colorado, over a year and a half ago. And I was talking to her. I'm like, yeah, at some point it's all going to catch up to me, like carrying all this shit around and all that. She's like, yeah, you never know. It's all genetics and motion is lotion. I'm like, yeah, you got a point. If I got the muscle to carry all this shit, then maybe I won't have too many problems. But the idea of strapping 65 pounds to your back and having another 20 or 30 in your hands walking around, I feel like human beings aren't designed for that, right? I don't know. I guess I'm lucky. I got a lot of the Finnish side of my genes in me. Happy 4th, RJ. Happy 4th, man. We'll be doing something fun today. I'm just grabbing some hamburgers and hot dogs. Fucking, if the grocery store is even open, I gotta call them before I get there. I gotta not do that thing where I just walk there anyway. Got about 45 minutes to get there, 45 minutes back. And then I'll get some ice. Hamburgers, hot dogs, ketchup, mustard, buns, rolls. Just cook up stuff on my little camp stove. Listen to some cheesy 70s music, Vietnam era music. Whole bunch of Creedence Clearwater Revival. And cook some food up. And I'll do it all alive, but all hinges on the fact that the store's open. You got some rain in Kansas? Hell yeah. I'm sure you fucking needed it. Bring it on. Yeah, it seems like more health problems come from being sedentary, but how many times do you hear the guy that's in like perfect shape, perfect cardio, and has a cardiac issue and passes away? I think my parents are a good example of like they're both fucking like, I don't know exactly how old my mom is. She's near 70. And then my dad is like 73. And they've both been pretty sedentary through like most of their adult life. And, Anita. Anita with the Vimo. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, they're both pretty sedentary and they're doing just fine, Like, especially with all the shit they've done in their life, like all the damage they've done to their bodies. They're like, drinking and drugging in their younger years, like all the way up until their 50s, like, they just stopped within the last decade. It's so fucking crazy. But they're still fucking fine. For their age and shit, right? Happy 4th of July, Shadow. Okay, so there's two things I do to help that pizza hunt for myself. And so what works for me. I'm not saying what works for anybody else. There's two things I do. If I'm going to go get McDonald's and then drink a six-pack, I'm going to work out first. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get some kind of movement in first, even if it's just walking around. You know, I'm going to get some kind of movement in first and do it as a reward, right? Unhealthy eating or fucking unhealthy anything. I do it as a reward myself. You know, like, okay, I went and, fucking walked for 3 hours so I can go house that fucking quarter pounder and not feel bad about it, right? And not all the fucking time. You know, I'm a fucking human and I have bad habits. You know what I mean? I'm not the epitome of perfect health. I think we all can agree there. The other thing I do, because I'm a serial procrastinator, and I'll push things off to the very last minute, which means I work well under pressure, but I need that pressure to function. It's a fun time. But if it takes less than 5 minutes, I do it right now. Anything less than 5 minutes, it's not, oh, I'll do it later. Okay, after I do this, after this smoke, after this beer, after whatever. You know, it's okay. If this takes less than 5 minutes, I got to do it. I just do it right now. You know, and look at everything individually. You know, like me packing up camp. It takes me less than 5 minutes to do that whole process. You know, just get it done. I said, I'll do it. Just get it done. You know, if I want to hang out and sit in my camp on my sleeping mat for a while, at least everything's packed up when I want to leave. You know, but doing shit like that kind of makes me be more active on top of this already active lifestyle. But before I traveled, I love working out. I fucking love working out. I love getting a sweat on. I love fucking getting a good workout, right? But I hate starting working out. I hate starting a hike. I hate starting things sucks. You know what I mean? Starting things is fucking horrible. Then you're doing it. It's fucking great. You love it. You know? But starting things sucks. Or even after, you're like, oh, I did that today. You know? So I used to trick myself. I wasn't going to go work out for 45 minutes and then go on a jog or go on a hike for an hour and a half. You know? That's 2.5 hours. That sounds horrifying. That's a lot of time. Starting that sucks. I'm just going to do some push-ups. I'm going to work out for 5 minutes. And then 5 minutes and then I'm done. And then I'll go fuck off. You know? And then once you're doing it, you're like, fucking, I'm already down here. I'm already doing the thing. You know? Fuck, I'll get some fucking tricep curls in there too. You know? Fuck it. Well, I'm already doing it. I might as well keep going. I'm already feeling good. We'll go for that fucking jog or that hike. You know? It's like it's got to sustain it. You know what I mean? Like anything you're doing health-wise, you know, and activity-wise, you have to do it all the time. You know, you have to make it part of your routine. You have to make it something you look forward to. You have to make it something it's part of what you're doing. So drastically changing your diet all in one day and then going to work out for 4 hours, you'll probably never get back to it. Because the next day you're going to be miserable anyway. It's going to hurt like a bitch, you know. But just little bits here and there, and start adding it to your lifestyle. And then it doesn't seem so foreign anymore, you know. Just going for a quick walk or something. Or find a hobby that you can do outside, you know. I love the idea of Pokemon Go for that. Where it's like you just go for a walk and play Pokemon, you know. Or if you take photos or videos, walking around is a perfect way to get photos and video shots that no one else will ever get just by walking around. You find a hobby that's outdoors, you more have to do it. Anita, I did. Thank you very much, Anita. I saw you struggling with the Vimo yesterday. Yeah, thank you, Anita. That covers everything for the day and then some. Especially with me trying to be hedonistic today and get food that I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. I can't eat a whole package of fucking hot dogs. You know what I mean? I can't. You know, I could, but I don't want to. You know, I could eat a whole, 10-pack of hot dogs or something. I could house that. But, you know, I don't need that in my life. Photo behind me, that one. If the skies weren't so gray and dreary, maybe. Here's my issue with this framing here. Let me show you how I think. If this was to be a photo, the hill has nothing going on, so the foreground is just bland. The sky has nothing going on, so the background is just bland. So the only thing we really have to look at here for a photo, for a subject, are this tree right here. You know, if you got me a blue sky with some clouds, it might add up to something, and they can go up to here with it. You know, especially with that framing of the You know, the branches up here, the trees back there. That's a beautiful framing for a beautiful sky. A boring gray fucking sky. Ugh. You know, ugh. But that right about there, if I had blue sky and clouds and shit, especially at a sunset or a sunrise where the clouds are all lit up underneath, that would be a beautiful fucking shot. But with a gray ass sky, ugh. You need a nap after a pack of hot dogs. Fucking facts, Chad. Chickasaw, happy 4th, man. Happy 4th. I'm gonna make your ex jealous today. Fuck. Oh, I like that my phone capitalized. Oh, yeah. Dude, I got fucking greened out last night. Howdy. Chet, happy 4th of July. Q sky fill color. Dropping the hexadecimals for the color. You guys ever had Jones Soda growing up? I used to love Jones Soda. Ultima Online, Jones Soda, and then Spark Soda for the caffeine. That was like me and my friends' jam. We go to one of my better off friends' place. They had an extra computer. We would sit there and play fucking the video game Ultima Online. So I found a Jones Soda yesterday. Yeah, they still do the pictures too. I gotta cover some words here and some labels here. They still do the photos too, and you can submit your own photos. But this is green stuff. This is magic cabbage infused. So I was hiking around town yesterday. I walked by the magic cabbage store. I'm like, oh yeah, Oregon gets some cheap shit. Let me grab some stuff just in case it's like my last time hitting the magic cabbage store while I'm in Oregon. Like, let's fucking grab this up. So I did. And then I didn't even drink that much of it, guys. Like, there's a marking for servings on the side here. I think I did 2. I did just over 2 servings. That's 20 milligrams. And I was fucked. I felt great. I was chilling. I hit one, my little smoking apparatus I carry. I hit one of those and drank that, and I was feeling good. Playing games on my phone, just chilling out last night. After a long fucking day of walking around, man. And this morning I even woke up, even the beginning of the live, you could see it. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I was still fucked up. All groggy and shit. But I highly recommend it. It was only $5, but it was on sale. I think it usually goes for about 15. So, I don't know, like Giamato said to me when we met up. D in the dirt, man. I was fucking out. So I wasn't supposed to drink the whole. It's fucking cool. You got this sealable top, right? Listen. You got this resealable top, but when you open it, it only opens this much. So no matter how stupid I get, you cannot chug it. And that's fucking genius. That's genius. Because if I got distracted, waste not, whatnot. If I got distracted, and that was sitting next to me, I might drink it like a soda. Yeah. Hey, Troy, you okay? Yeah, half my face don't work right now. I don't know what it is though, man. I used to partake all day. Like I'd wake up and partake. I'd go to high school, I'd be repping all day for years, all through my teenage years, up until about 21. I started doing iron work and putting up high rises and shit to the Union in Boston, Local 7, and I had to stop. You know what I mean? Like, they randomly test you as an apprentice, but then they get on some jobs that would test you too. And I'm like, all right, I don't want to not get a gig. This is around the recession time, you know what I mean? Like, you got to really, you weren't getting work easy, no matter what you were doing. You're either overqualified or underqualified, it felt like. But, so I didn't partake for a good 7 years when I was in the fucking Union. And then I went back to it once I left. And, oh, man, to this day, it still fucks me up, dude. Fucks me up. I can't function when I partake at all, in the slightest. It's like lights are on, but no one's home. That's the appeal for me, for anything, all my vices. You know, the drinking beer, fucking hitting the green stuff slows my brain down. You know, even yesterday, last night, I didn't go. I went live till like what 7 p.m. So from like 7 to 7:45, I'm looking for camp. I'm sitting in camp. I'm setting it up. You know, kind of winding down. And then I just like hung out on my phone for like 3 hours, and I went to bed. That 3 hours, the entire time, I'm beating myself up. Man, fucking being lazy. Man, I should be doing this. Man, I should be doing that. Motherfucker, I went live for like 4 hours yesterday and walked around for 5. You know what I mean? Like, is that not enough, Troy? You know, so you still see that workaholic mentality. There's always something I could be doing or something I should be doing, or I'm not doing enough. And no matter what I'm doing, no matter how much time I put in, you know, I'm always like, oh man, I should have did this, I should have did that, I should have did more. I took 3 hours yesterday to myself. That was it. The whole fucking day. Took 3 hours to myself. And I was beating myself up for it. And then the green stuff kicks in, and I don't give a fuck about any of that. It's like, lights and colors on my phone, hell yeah. NASCAR Maggie, what's up, homie? It is still morning. I like attention, Stacy. Save for the end of the day. Fucking save, man. Save. Nice way to unwind, you know. I didn't know what heart me and go populous. Me either. Right on the same boat. Good morning, good morning. Mountain Dew. No, it's berry lemonade from Jones Soda, but it's called Mary Jones. Is that cute? It's cute. I don't know how I'm gonna carry that fucking thing though. I think I'm assuming again it's only $5. It was on sale, so like I don't buy like I only had 1/5 of it so far. 1/10 of it. No, 1/5 of it so far. And I don't want to waste it. I gotta walk, a mile and a half out of here, and I doubt I'm coming back to the same spot I'm in now. So maybe I'll throw it in the camera bag. Ooh, a little dicey. Putting sugary water next to my most expensive electronic. But that'd probably be the least chance of it opening up anywhere. You know, again, it's airtight. You know, it can go anywhere. But I feel like enough pressure is gonna just take that little reusable lid right the fuck out. So I wish I had a screw top. You know, where the fuck. So I'm gonna try to transport that. I'll drink some more of that tonight. I'll probably get rid of the can and give it away to somebody or something. Jen's Ghost in the chat. What's up, Jen's Ghost? Yeah, I do what you gotta do for the day and then shut the brain off. You know, that's what I'm all about nowadays. That's why the West Coast is fucking awesome. The West Coast is perfect for me, dude. You know, because like I can still have my nights to myself. You know, I can fucking just do whatever I'm doing. I don't worry about going live or anything. I do my editing and I'm chilling out at camp and all that. But on the East Coast, I got to go live to like 9 p.m. just to get the same demographic. You know, going live over here at 7. It's 10 o'clock over there. Everyone's out of work across the whole country. Yeah, I can sit there and chat, do my fucking thing, reach the largest audience I could possibly reach. And then on the East Coast, I got to fucking go live until like 2 hours before I go to bed or whatever. But I used to go live a lot right until I went to sleep. But then I wake up and I go live right after. You know, I'm like, like pick one. Either we're going live when we first get up at camp on a regular basis, like fairly regularly, or we're gonna go live right as we're going to bed. Which one's better? I'm like, well, I can relax better at night. You know, I can have some drinks and fucking hit some green stuff. I think better in the nighttime. You know, so like editing and marketing and networking and shit, it's better for night. So the new live schedule has been awesome in that way. I got at least a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours at the end of the day just to fucking do my own thing. But I don't have to be so chronically online. What's up, Elizabeth? Thank you for the harmony. Elizabeth, good to see you. Happy 4th of July, Elizabeth and everybody. Get out of here in just a wee bit. Gotta get some store stuff, get some caffeine in my life. Happy 4th, Sean. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm trying to do some 4th of July stuff, nothing major. You know, we'll put some fucking 70s American music on, some Creedence Clearwater Revival, Jimi Hendrix. Get some hamburgers and hot dogs and cook them up. Buns, hot dog buns, hamburger rolls, hamburger hot dog, cook them up. Spend a couple hours just chilling. Try to turn my bucket into a cooler. You know, just empty everything out of the bucket, put some ice in there, and then put all the food in there so I can cook it over, you know, a couple hours, 3 hours, and not feel like I'm going to get fucking food poisoning. But that all hinges on the grocery store being open. It says it's open via the Google Map machine. It's still trying to calculate how far Boston is from here. We're just going to stop that. All right. Nearest grocery store. Oh, there's a Winco. That's only a mile away. It says it's open. Call them first. On the other side, it's a little bit further. So it's a mile over the bridge that way is one grocery store. If I go the other way, there's a grocery outlet. It's a mile and a half, though. I gotta do that round trip, so it'll be 3 miles round trip. But there's an Albertsons, there's a Fred Meyer's, there's a grocery outlet. Like one or all of them will be open, right? Get my wet wipes and get my fucking food to cook up. Is there a Walmart in this fucking town? I haven't seen any Walmart. I haven't seen shit for fucking big stores in general. Even on all neighborhoods. Yeah, it's even further though. That's 3 miles away, so it's 6 miles round trip. The only thing I was interested in the Walmart for. What's up, guy? How you living, man? You got called out by the Getchell family. That was too funny. The only reason Guy has a platform is because of us. The motherfucking Guy's had a platform for fucking longer than you guys have been online. Not longer than he's been online trying to hit on his daughter and shit. That's fucking weird. But, what a weird fucking family. Walmart. Yeah, Guy, you've made it. You've made it. Now, I'm sure they're not in here watching, so I can say this. But the last thing you want to do when people are pissing you off on the internet is promote them on your channel. You know what I mean? What are you doing? I don't know. It's an ego thing with creators, man. They get so egotistical. They can't have anyone say anything negative about them or anything at all. Is that an eagle flying a small airplane, Marie? That is the most American fucking gift that ever existed. Broccoli salad, hell yeah. Hell, you get that at a hot pot, you son of a bitch. Look, I'll eat some broccoli. I just don't like it. Cauliflower, broccoli, weird little alien trees. But yeah, I see so many creators that fucking all they do is tell people that say mean things about them or fucking criticize them at all, even as constructive, and then promote them. You know, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know? Like I had someone on live 3 days ago talking about I'm gonna go steal his bucket. And I'll tell that story. You think I'm gonna name them? No, I'm not gonna promote them. I had someone post a video about me yesterday. You think I'm gonna promote them? No, I'm not gonna promote their video for them. Why would I? Why would I? Why'd I get the pre-promotion for? That makes no sense. That makes zero sense. That's the ego, you know. I must use my platform to attack the person that's doing me harm. But I was considering Walmart. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I have ADHD. I was considering Walmart because Walmart has it's like a one-time use grill. So they give you it's like a little tin serving tray thing, and a little stand to put that on, and then 1 pound of charcoal, and then like a metal grate to go over it. And it's perfect. $10 for one-time cookout for one person. It's fucking beautiful. You know, it's exactly, you know, fucking good for people like me doing what I'm doing, oddly enough. But I'm not trying to walk 6 miles round trip just to go get that. So we'll be cooking on the stove. This even if I can find a grocery store that's open. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure yet. Lucky, what's up, homie? Thank you for the Harvey. Good to see you, man. I'm really close to you right now. Did you get pissed if I said hi? Fuck no, I wouldn't get mad at all, guy. Just keep in mind, I've been on the road for this is day 3, so I'm a little stinky. To be honest with you. But yeah, man, send me a message or fucking whatever, man. Yeah, I'd love to meet you real quick. I'm fucking down, dude. We can take a photo together. No, we'll take a photo. I'll send you a photo of me by myself with my arm out, and then you can put your, like, I don't know, avatar, the pickle. You can put that next to me if you want. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. Hey, I met up with a guy. You know, it's just fucking the pickle. See, I was at the tree behind me. It just swings off the branch like Tarzan. That's too fucking funny. Yeah, I'm down. I'm like, northern Eugene right now. I'll be going out to north, not like Springfield, like the northeast part of Eugene, like where all the stores are. The Albertsons, the Fred Meyers, the Walgreens and all that. It's up here, right off of, like, just north of Maxwell. I'm near Maxwell right now, but just north of there. Oh, happy 4th, Ginger. Owl with the Harvey. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, I hear that Nirvana song, Lake of Fire. Happy 4th, Nancy. Don't forget your nose clip facts. Oh, we got clear skies coming later? Hell yeah. I was worried about rain. Put a wrench in what I'm trying to do today. Oh, fucking great song. See him again on the 4th of July. Nose taking lessons, folks. Excuse me. One necessary evil. I get the evil out of my nose. There's so many wasps here now, dude. Why is there so many wasps? What is going on here? I was here yesterday and there weren't any fucking wasps. Now they're everywhere, dude. But they're not bothering me. They're not mad at me being here. So I can't be near the nest. But I'm looking at 12 of these bitches right now. Like, it's all around me. Like, I'm petrified of flying, stinging insects, by the way. I'm not afraid of getting stung. I don't care about getting stung. I've been stung plenty of times. And that doesn't bother me, nor am I afraid of it. I'm afraid of the insects themselves. Definition of phobia is an irrational fear. You know, and I have an irrational fear for flying, stinging insects and anything that looks like a flying, stinging insect. Even like carpenter bees and bees that don't sting, I'm still petrified. And they're all around me. These wasps. They look like dirt daubers. I'm pretty sure they're not dirt daubers. I don't think you got them out here in Oregon. Those are the ones that build their nests in the ground. But they look just like them, that brown color. You know? Yeah, the Febreze, hell yeah. I can see there being a weird mouthfeel, Ginger, yeah. Cayman Jack? I never tried the Cayman Jack. Are they good? Wasps. I don't think I'm doing any beer today. I think I'm going to just stick to the green stuff, the Oregon green stuff. You know. I got a soda yesterday from the Jones soda from the Magic Cabbage store. That fucked me up proper last night. I got some more Oregon green stuff too, the flour. It's fucking cheap up here, dude. You know, you're paying like $5 a G. Like, what? Like, there's one thing I'm not excited for in Massachusetts. Everything's so fucking expensive, man. Better buy it under a bridge. It's really good shit. You know, we got good strains in Mass. I guess it's anywhere you go now, but it's all so fucking expensive. Paying like $40 for an eighth and shit. Like, damn. That much, you better jump out of the bag and roll itself. Oversaturated market, I can see that. Yeah, Washington State's the same way too. Go hang out down at the Triangle? What's the Triangle? Oh. Yeah, Kansas is still illegal, right? You need a medical. I'm not sure the price in there. Missouri's not too bad. Missouri got some fairly decent prices. California had some deals here and there. It wasn't too expensive at all. But New York State, Oklahoma on a medical card, cheap as fuck, cheap as fuck. And then New York State, you go up to the Salamanca or the Seneca Reservation up there. It's super cheap. The Bermuda Triangle, you call it? Really? Up here? Oregon always got those cool fucking folklore shit, urban legends and folklore, you know? Like the Green Archer in Portland and shit like that. Y'all imagine if it was fuck out here. I love it. Oh. Yeah, Idaho always throws me for a loop because I'm like, I can be in Montana and I can be in Washington on either side of Idaho, the little sliver of the Idaho Panhandle, and I'm fine. But the moment I go into Idaho, what can carry on me can lock me up for 4 years or some shit. And I'm like, fuck. I'm sure they don't enforce it much, but that's all cop dependent. You know, they can wrap me up whatever they want to wrap me up in. It was cold. It's not cold. I'm just being comfortable at this point. It's in the 60s. Michigan, I didn't get any legal stuff in Michigan. I was in Detroit, Ann Arbor, and Flint for like almost a month, or about a month, all three, and I didn't have the money for that shit back then. You know what I mean? And I just started traveling, so it was like, I spent way too much money when I first started traveling. I came up with $2,000, and I immediately started working, and they hang you there, fuck. But I still spent money on so much stupid shit. Like I was always going out to eat and getting motels all the time. Like I went through that first $2,000 quick. I think I was just seeking those comforts from my life before I started traveling while I was there. This trip downtown. I got a homie I met up with here that sells like rocks and like gems and stones and shit on that strip, and they were talking about the downtown. Seems like a fun time, you guys got a fucking nightlife out here for sure. But I ended up walking away from that direction. I was done with the rose garden. I took the rose garden out the other day, the world's oldest fucking cherry tree and all that cool as shit. It's a girl. You probably know her too. she's been here for a long time. But yeah, young cat punk rock girl named Cassandra, Cass. She goes by Cassamich on TikTok. We went up the other day. I'm going to Portland. This train yard I got all figured out. I just gotta fucking, get supplies and get in position to get out of here. So I'm thinking tomorrow, holiday and all that. I just want to cook food and be lazy. I want to walk around for fucking hours today, but beyond that, walking around for hours and be lazy. Lisa with the follow. But yeah, I'm glad I came through here not during school time. You know what I mean? Like everyone's out for the summer and shit like that. And that's when I love checking out college towns like this. I know this is a really interesting place. Like it's an industrial town. All the lumber you guys put out, crazy amount of lumber. Explains all the trains, But yeah, I know. All through California now in Oregon, I've been in quite a few college towns, and it's all like off season, and it's way better. You know what I mean? Like a lot less people. I don't worry about crazy traffic and shit like that. Trying to get from point A to point B, or trying to get a motel. I got to pay an extra $15 in an Uber because of traffic. I went Uber crazy when I got to LA, dude. Oh, it was so nice. Yeah, I think for 10 months I went across the country, and it was mostly in rural America. It's just hitchhiking from small town to small town. And I want to see it was the in between the train yard tour. I want to see what was in between the train yards. And I ended up, having no access to taxis and Ubers. Anything I wanted, I had to walk. Anything I wanted at all, I'm walking, So I got to LA, and I was like, oh my God. Like, all right, I got to go 10 miles. And we'll just request the Uber here. Set. Okay, cool. All right. So that cheap motel is 8 miles that way. And we'll just get the Uber going. It was nice. Are you coming to Eugene, Pizza Hound? Love that. July the 4th be with you. Look, we missed May the 4th. Why am I leaving? I've just been here for too long. I've been here for over a week now, man. It's been like 8 days. Is it Friday today? Saturday? Saturday today, right? Yeah, I've been there for 10 days, 9 days, something like that. I stayed an extra 3 days just to meet up with some fucking homies I've had on the internet for a long time. So I stayed an extra 3 days just for that, 2 or 3 days just for that. But I tried to get out here last weekend. I got some bad luck with the train yard for 2 days. There's not a lot of trains going the way I'm going, but the ones that they're easy to grab if I can get there. The only issue, like the first train I tried to grab, there was an engine coming the other way that stopped, so the crew would have saw me walk right on the train. I'm like, that's too dicey. That ain't worth getting caught over. And then the one I was supposed to grab, not that morning, the next morning, I just missed it. I just fucking missed it. It came rolling through like 5 in the morning. And I woke up just in time to see it drifting away, starting up again. I was like, fuck. So, two failed days. And then, my homie Daisy was like, yo, I'm coming into town. I'll be there fucking on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever. It's Thursday, I think I saw her. Yeah, it was Thursday. I was like, oh, I'll hang around for that. Say hi real quick. Lord knows, again, we've been friends for 3.5 years on the fucking internet. We've been homies on the internet, and we still never met each other. I mean, when's the next time we're actually going to be able to meet each other? So, it was nice. Oh, it was worth it. What's up, Mindy? Where am I at now? Eugene, Oregon. Trip back in May. It's fucking awesome pizza. How long are you going to be here for? Steven with the fan cats times 2. Thank you. You're overpaying for your entertainment, Steven. That fucking cat. I gotta change the live goal. I have the same one for. I like cats, man. I like cats. When I see a stray cat, we're usually on the same wavelength. You know, like a very rare occasion is a stray cat ever afraid of me. You know, that it's chill. Sometimes they let me pet them and shit. What up, TJW? No, it's not bad. It's like up in the mid-60s. A little breeze, no sun. So it's nice. I'm just wearing all this because it's comfortable. You know? Especially coming out of California. Oh my God, dude, it was so hot. Steve with another fan cat. Hitting that live goal. Thank you, man. Wednesday to Sunday. Okay, cool. It was a county fair all day Friday. That's cool as shit. So I might still be here. I'll just say hi. Or I'll be in Portland. I'll meet you when you get back. But I'm making it a point. I'm gonna meet you before I fucking head back to Boston. You know, unless something really fucking crazy happens. You, Lupo, and Heathrow I want to meet up with before I keep it moving. But I'm still here, and you're coming through. Yeah, let's fucking kick it real quick and say hi. I'll throw some stuff at you, you know, just chuck stuff at you, you know. You know, I have ADHD, so I just went off on a little tangent on my own there, my own brain. There's been multiple times where like a hater will come meet me under the ruse of being like a fan, and then you can tell once they're like standing next to me, they're not gonna do what they want to do, they'll say what they want to say. They'll try to sneak it in, but they get really uncomfortable and really nervous, you know. And I just kind of go with it and get out of it, and that's it. But their eyes are all the same, you know. I just kind of had this thought. It was like Erie, Pennsylvania, Gulfport, Mississippi. It happened. And it's always just like weird discoloration in the eyes. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that is, at all. But I never realized it till now. And how I have ADHD, so how the fuck did I even get into that thought? Okay, you know. But doing meetups with, it's a hater pretending to be a fan. There's always like a weird discoloration in the whites of their eyes. It's always kind of discolored and weird looking, you know. It was whatever, you know. I'm weird looking. Look at me. I look like a fucking pale Shrek. But yeah, it's really, really a strange correlation. I never put together till just now. You know, it's always like extra wide. You know, like extra open, like crazy eye shit. You can see the whites on the top and bottom. You know, and there's discoloration like in the white part. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fucking lead poisoning or something? Adrenaline, maybe. Maybe. Oh. Oh, yeah, no, Pizza openly hates me. She runs my snark Reddit. Even on Reddit, I'm well received. You know, I got 2 hate pages on Reddit, and neither one of them are used anymore. I got one fan run hate page, and that was only used for like 2 days. And then there's 2 that was started up. One's like the Steph and Clover hate group. They made one for me, where I used to associate with Steph. And then they're all like super far left. So like the people that were in that group that were super far right, they got kicked out. So they made their own group, and then became like this one crazy person that's posting the same thing every day, every other day. And then their account got banned, so that was the end of that. I don't think either one's posted in well over like 8 months. You know, like, dude, I've been on the internet for how long? You know what I mean? I've been on it for 5 fucking years. You know, I got decent fucking views. You know what I mean? Like, my shit's all right. My shit's tight. Appreciate y'all for watching. But I don't have a solid hate group yet. You know, what am I doing wrong? What do I got to do here? You know, fucking Christ. There's a bunch of weird motherfuckers on the internet. I can't get you guys grouped together. I don't blame you, Austin. Just look at me. Yeah, you can tell by all the awesome fan videos, the fan edits of the lives that Pizza Hound does. Clearly, Pizza Hound's an op. Yeah, I got no solid hate group. You know what I mean? Once in a while, if a fan get one together, and then it doesn't last long. You know, the haters in the I don't really get that much for whatever reason. I talk a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I talk a lot of shit. Just some rank shit, just for fucking shock value. Look at nothing. You know, that's the thing. If you have a big group of people that hate you, you're gonna do great on the internet. You know what I mean? They're gonna watch you every day. They'll watch you more than your fans do. The people that enjoy your content. You know, just mediocre ones. Yeah, quite a few mediocre ones. No one trolls me more than my own fucking moderators and community. It's all good fun, and I fucking love it. Like, you'll trolls swinging in the minors. Well, the community's swinging in the majors already. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, there you go, Shadow. Get it going, homie. Get it going. Who the fuck is Aisha? You've been following me a long time, Aisha. Bots will do that. They'll start tagging people in the chat. Like, is that a bot? You're not a bot. Keep your sharp. Us troll you never. Oh my God, it's brutal. Fucking hitch yesterday. I go to a whole diatribe about that goddamn dog again. Yeah. We got like moderators for Steph coming in getting all mad at me. You're just a mean-hearted person. You carry around a toilet. All mad. You know? I can't help but notice that person had the same exact haircut as Steph. You know, like that's very alarming. You know what I mean? That's some Fatal Attraction type shit. But I was sitting there popping off on fucking Steph's community. Just fucking get the fucking obsessed folks the fuck out of my chat. You know what I mean? We've had enough of it. But in the middle of all that, his fucking one of my oldest moderators, Hitch. Hey Troy, did you know that Steph got rid of the dog? Oh, here's Jen to follow up with it. Jen's ghost over here. Hey, speaking of dogs, you know Steph got rid of Ozzy? Oh no, I didn't hear that. That's the most important thing that's happened all year for some people. Oh, wait, what happened? I'm jealous. I am. I'm so jealous of those people because I wish the most important thing that's happened to me in the last year, the last month, the last week, the last day, I wish the most important thing that happened to me was a creator getting rid of a dog. You know what I mean? What's that like? You know, that's the most interesting thing that's happened in the last year for you. You know, oh man, that's got to be quite the life. In a good way, you know, yeah, that's got to be beautiful. Oh my God, there's a dog. And it got rehomed. Oh my God. Call the newspapers. Yeah. Channel 5, Troy Spaghetti Pants here. Next is Chris Carlton with weather. Today we're talking about a social media creator who goes by Stephen Clover. Apparently she gave her dog and rehomed it. Join us at 9 where we go into the story in depth. And that's just the story. Dennis, first gift ever. It was a heartbeat. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I got no problems with Steph. I have no problems with Steph. You know? It's the people that are parasocially obsessed with Steph. The ones that are parasocially that love her, parasocially that hate her. I can't stand them. You know what I mean? They're so fucking mind-numbing. All day, every day, I just want to talk about fucking Steph. This is the first time I've ever gone head-to-head with a creator's community and not the creator. You know what I mean? I loved working with Steph. I had no problem working with Steph. That was a good, 2 years? You know? That was a good time. But it's mind-numbing when I'm in the back of a fucking police car on TikTok Live. You know? The whole, Steph is a campfire today. Cool, she's live. Go watch her. What the fuck? You know? It does seem like something so minor, but 2 years of it, 2.5 years of it, however long it was, man. It just got so mind-numbing and annoying. It wasn't fun. You know? This was not fun. So to protect my peace and my own fucking happiness, I just stopped associating with Steph and then went away. Immediately, you know? And if any creator I've blocked, Steph handled it with the most fucking grace. Just never fucking brought it up. You know, everyone else gets all mad and starts doing hit piece videos and shit. You know, like every other creator I've blocked. Rockholler, fucking Bamboozled, you know what I mean? Like anyone I've blocked, they get all fucking butthurt about it, get weird about it. But Steph didn't. She went on with her life. But she stopped talking about me, I stopped talking about her. Everyone left me alone. Cool. I can go back to doing my own fucking channel. Until that fucking dog. Yeah, me and Gypsy talked a couple weeks ago. It's hard to keep up correspondence with anybody, with every fucking people I meet and shit like that. And her much the same. Her at a much larger level, man. She's much more well known than me. Gypsy on the Superfast. But yeah, we talked like last week or the week before. We chatted for a bit. She's doing good. Yeah, for 2 weeks I have this fucking dog on my chat every fucking day. Fucking dog. You know? You'll see it on here on a regular basis. I hate when people try to shoehorn the whole chat into what they want to talk about. Like they're trying to shoehorn me and the chat into a religious conversation, political conversation around the creator. You know, like if you want to talk about something, fine, but if it's ignored and you don't keep pushing it nonstop, no matter what the topic is, you know, that shit's fucking boring. You know? I want to talk about what I want to talk about. You know, like let's look at politics. Like there's fucking 10,000 creators on right now talking about politics. People want to come in here and try to force this conversation into politics. It's like, go watch a creator that talks about politics then. What the fuck are you doing here? No, I want this live to be what I want it to be about. You know, it just screams entitlement to me. I mean, maybe I'm off kilter, maybe I'm off base, but I just don't like it. You know, personally, I just don't like it. So I let it go for 2 fucking weeks. You know, I'd say a little shit back or just fucking brush it along, you know. And it was just the same people, too. Like, I tell them, like, we're not doing that here. And they'd come back the next day and do it again and again and again. And I'm like, fuck this. You know? I had a hell of a fucking night. Got caught trying to hop a train and walking in the blistering fucking California sun in the summertime. Steph's dog. I knew in that moment I was going to do something, you know? So, we cooked some steak on live and I said it was the dog. Problem solved. You can hear thousands of pearls clutching in unison across the whole country. He said he ate Ozzy the dog. Yep, I did. Was the temperature? It's like 65, getting up to 70, it ain't bad. Butt hurt. I gotta bring that back. I haven't used butt hurt in a long time. G Marie, good to see you home. But yeah, I think 65, getting close to 70. Like when I'm walking around, I'll be walking around in a t-shirt. You know, it's better no matter what. It's better to start hiking cold because there's nothing worse. You know, you want to be comfortable and shit, But as soon as you start moving and that body heat comes, you don't want to have to take your pack off, take your fucking, your coat or sweater off, roll that up, pack it up, get everything back on, and then keep walking. It's a pain in the ass, so it's better to start cold, because you're going to warm up as soon as you start fucking getting miles in. Somewhere around minute 3 or 4, your body will heat up. You stay heated the whole time. Wow. But it is weird, man. I can't bitch about weather to you guys. I did it for like a whole month. It's fucking hot. Sweating. Fucking sun like if I'm under a fucking magnifying glass. And I can't bitch about weather. What I talk about. I got these things. Want to see them? I got this thing. And then I got this thing. That goes under this one. I got these things. They're like gloves for your feet. They got these things. Been walking around too much though, man. I fucking wore them out already. Like fuck. My last pair of boots lasted me like fucking 6 months. I've had these for 2.5 or 3. And it's about time to get new ones. I'll probably just make it last until I get up to Boston. I already got some work lined up for up there and shit. I might do a wish list. I'm considering it, but I don't know. I'm conflicted. I got this. It's my camera bag. Basically like a purse as well. This pocket is all just bits and bobs. My headlamp, headphones, whatever electric boys I'm hitting for magic cabbage or green stuff. Comb. All goes in my purse. That's my camera bag. I always keep that on the outside, obviously. So I put my pack on. I got my bucket, my water jug on my hand, and then that stays like satcheled on the outside. So no matter what's going on, I can stop and pull my camera out, take a quick photo. I don't have my camera around my neck. I never walk with my camera around my neck, ever. Like they don't build mansions by these fucking train yards. Usually I'm in a pretty rough neighborhood doing all this. Or in general, besides like LA, I was hanging around like mansions and shit. No one seemed to care, which is weird. Really cool people, man. But most of the time I'm in shitty neighborhoods. I'm not gonna have a fucking $1,000 camera sitting around my neck and how much that thing's worth. Plus, I was walking. I don't want to bounce it all around all the place anyway. So it sits in the camera bag as I'm walking around. It doesn't look like I have, thousands of dollars worth of electronics and technology shit, tech stuff. Keep it all packed up for a reason. So I don't look like a target. I don't look like a mark. And then when I need it, pull it out. Or if I'm getting a video, pull the tripod out and do all that. Pack it all up, put it all away. I don't think so, Kim. Yeah, it's just Gypsy and the supervisor. Yeah, my purse, the Skittles in there. The soles of your shoes. Yeah, I can feel the rocks and stuff. Anything underneath, I can feel it. Let me focus on the background so it's not so bright. You can see it better. It's pretty worn. There we go, that's better. It's pretty worn away just in the middle there. So I can feel everything underneath, But like I said, I'll probably rock these until I get to Boston. Another month or so, then I'll start looking at getting new boots. Unless these things really start falling apart. But they're good. There's a couple of spots where it's starting to come undone and shit, but I've been hitting it hard ever since I got when I got to Arizona, I got out of the cold. I was like, all right, let's fucking do some shit. Working on a lot of photography more than anything. I've been working on video with the camera instead of just using the phones and working on the video part recently. This was like my homework every week to do videos. I haven't done much here in Eugene because it's all the same kind of B-roll, It's like the Rose Garden is mostly photos, obviously taking photos of flowers and shit. But a lot of flowers here in Eugene in general besides the Rose Garden. I haven't got much video. I might try to get some B-roll later of the trains or something. Oh yeah, Banish is in town. Yeah, fuck. I'm trying to meet up with that fucker before he leaves. I think he's going the same way too, up to Portland. They're going east. Oh, that's right, he's in town. Let's see what he's up to today, man. I don't want to be alone for fucking 4th of July. Yeah, I'll hit him up when I get off here. I used to resole things. I never got a boot resold I remember I got I think it was Thorough Goods, the work boot. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you free soles for life. You just got to pay to get them resoled. And I was like, hell yeah. And I didn't. I just got a new boot. Shit wore out. But it's probably way cheaper just to resole them. And hiking boots are different anyway. Like these things, like these boots won't last you a lifetime. You know, like a good leather boot, if you take care of it, put the mink oil on it and shit, probably lasts forever. Yeah, I was worried about rain for a little bit, but I think Stephen Albert told me it's going to clear up in the afternoon and shit. So we'll get some sun on the skin and all that. You know, when I first got here, it was fucking raining out every day, all day and shit, off and on. But still, like any chance, any moment during the day, it's like, oh, might rain any second now. So at least it's not doing that anymore. Yeah, I've been to Buffalo a bunch. Been to Buffalo like 6 times. But it's usually more on my way back to Boston on the freight trains, or way out of Boston on the freight trains is Buffalo. Niagara Falls, Buffalo, Batavia. Went to Batavia once. That was a trip. Nice spot, nice little town, cool little diner in Batavia. I met some weird fucking people out there. What's up, John? I met one person. So listen to this. I took a break in Boston for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. My second break ever. I fucking hop back on my train out of there. I end up in Buffalo, New York, and Batavia. Jump off. Some random farmer comes up and starts saying this weird political shit. I got a week suspension for misinformation. Like, fuck. And then I'm on my backup account, and this couple found me, age gap couple. And I'm sure I've this. I don't think I've ever fucking seen it. I'm sure there are age gap relationships that are healthy, but it always seems to be very toxic and unhealthy for the younger person. There's a power dynamic issue where the younger person starts treating the older one more like a parental figure, which makes things even more fucking weird for me. You know, but this is a prime example of that. It's an age gap couple. She approaches me trying to hand me food. I'm like, oh no, I don't need food. Thank you. You eat that. That's yours. You know. We end up hanging out. They give me a ride all the way to fucking like Pennsylvania, down the Altoona. It's like 2 or 3 hours away, through Salamanca and shit, and going south into Allegheny and shit out of Buffalo. And everything's fine. You know what I mean? Like they're a little weird. You know, whatever. There's saying some weird shit on occasion, but they're super nice. You know, but I didn't realize why they were being nice. So we're sitting around a campfire. We're fucking sitting there roasting marshmallows or some shit. And the guy comes up. Like first, it was just me and the girl talking for like a good half an hour, and then the guy comes up and sits next to the fire with us, and he's like, "Troy, what do you think about like someone hooking up with her while I watch?" And I'm like, "Yo, do whatever you want to do, brother. Like if that's what makes you happy, go do it. Like fuck with anyone's opinion about it." He's like, "Yeah, but like, what do you think about it?" I'm like, do what you do. Like knock yourself out. If that's what's gonna make you both happy, go do that. You know, like don't let anyone yuck your yum." And it took him a good 6 times. Like, what do you think about it? I was like, oh no, I'm good. Like I have no interest in that whatsoever. You know, I'm not back in my 20s, I was a different Troy, but I'm not a pursuit of the flesh kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have an interest in just getting my jollies off. I like being in a relationship. I like knowing what you like you know what I like. I like the romance and intimacy. I attach those very closely. So like having a one night stand with your girl is not, while you're in the corner fucking doing your thing, is not on my menu. You know, it's not even on my fucking radar. I'm all set. And the conversation should have fucking ended right there. I said no, and that's it, you know? That's the end. No. Every chance that dude had an opportunity to bring the conversation back to fucking me fucking backshotting this girl. You know, any joke I made, anything, it was always brought back to that, you know? And then like for like half a day he stopped. And then I ended up in a motel with them. You know, we fucking, I think they paid for the motel. Yeah, I don't think I contributed at all to that. Like, hey, we got a motel while we're here. You want to hang out? Yeah, sure. We'll kick up another day. I'll leave tomorrow. I'm heading out of town. Jumping a train out of Altoona. And that was a mistake, because the moment we got in the fucking room, oh my God, I spent most of the night just outside anyway. I just sat outside fucking puffing, fucking going through my phone, avoiding them, and then just went back up when it was time to go to bed and fucking called it a night. But, oh, dude, it was fucking unbearable. And that happens a lot to me out here, dude. That happens a lot to me, where, like, people just won't take no for a fucking answer, you know, and it's so mind-numbing and it's so fucking gross. And it makes me feel so bad for the women out here traveling. You know, I can only fucking imagine, dude. Like, if I'm getting it left and right, I can only imagine what a woman out here hitchhiking and hopping trains has to put up with, you know. I can only imagine. Because I'm dealing with it fucking weekly, you know. And I'm always so gullible to it. You think I would have figured it out by now, but, like, I'll tell you now, if you got a crush on me or something and we're, like, hanging out, like, I might have a crush on you, but I won't say anything because, like, I don't want to ruin a friendship. But, like, I won't make the first move ever. But also, I won't know if you're hitting on me. I have no fucking idea. I'll just think you're being nice. Wow, this person's really nice. You know? I've been like that my whole life. I'm so oblivious to being hit on unless someone point blank says it. You know? I have no fucking clue. Like, my entire life. But if you hit on me and I say no, can we end the conversation there? You know, like, I just stop. You know, oh damn. The same cat hit me up for thirst trap photo. Hey, it's my birthday. Can I get a thirst trap? Hey, it's a random Tuesday. Can I get a thirst trap? That's all this motherfucker would do, is hit me up for fucking risque photos of me. You know, like, it didn't work the last 200 times. Why is it gonna work today? Oh. That was just, we met in real life, but that was just mostly virtually. It's just so weird. Just fucking take no. You know what I mean? If someone says no, I'm not interested, just take it for that. I know, I'll change their mind. How? You're going to be really nice to them, or, you know, be really sweet? No, I'm just going to keep pressuring them until they get in the bedroom with me. Oh yeah, Patty, I got no idea. I have no fucking idea when someone's hitting on me. You know? Probably the same reason it's hard for me to make eye contact. I've been to 48 states. Every state but Alaska and Hawaii. Now it's kind of just going back and checking stuff out I haven't seen before. Looking at different stuff with a different eye. This thing, if I haven't been somewhere in 2 years, like, my whole videography and photography approach is drastically different than 2 years ago. You know, I can go photograph the same exact thing in a much better way. You talk a lot and say nothing. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome to the live. Thanks for hanging out. Happy 4th of July, Precious Peachy. Good to see you. How long have you been traveling? Fuck, man. A month from today will be 5 years. 5 years on the road after a month. August 4th, 2021 is when I started. Oh, happy 4th of July, everybody. Shit. A big 250. Mountain Dew has American Dew if you want it. This says American Dew on it. There was a lady not too far from here. It was like an hour walk from here. And I was hanging out on Live, and I saw it. She was like across the road bringing the groceries in. There was a lot, and she was struggling. You know, mobility scooter and shit. I was like, yo, you need a hand? She's like, yes, please. I'm like, cool. I gave her a hand. She tried to hand me like 4 Mountain Dews as a thank you. I was like, I'll take one. You know, I don't try to watch my figure. So I grabbed it. It says American Dew on it for the 250th. Oh, Dan's probably already gone. Yeah, I mean, I've always gotten offers like that, Steven, throughout the years, you know. Usually they send the girl that hit on me first, though. They'll send the girl that hit on me and kind of interact with me, and then hit me with the proposition. I'll take you to the Cheesecake Factory and all this shit. But I'd say 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15 rides I'm getting hit on. Usually. You know. What up, Mariana? 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15 rides usually getting hit on. Usually people are cool about it. The person that picked me up from Palm Springs was an older cat, and they dropped me off out in Desert Springs in California. So I just came from Arizona off a train. And the dude I didn't clock he had golden like booty shorts on. I didn't clock that at all. because I'm not a crotch starer. You know what I mean? I'm not like hanging out in the car, looking, you know what I mean, checking your pants out and shit. But I should have probably noticed that. You know, I just didn't clock it until we got out of the car. But yeah, we're going, and we stop real quick, and we have a couple of puffs, you know. And as we're going, he goes, "I gotta ask you point blank. Are you into dudes?" I'm like, "Nah, man. Like, sorry, it's not my thing. You know, I just I got a preference, and that's not it." And he's like, "All right, cool." So we headed, and that was it. That was it. You know, that was it. He just didn't bother me again about it at all. It was really sad when I got out of the car. Like, "Oh man, I don't know if I'll ever see you again." I'm like, "Hey, if you're ever in town, you know, I'll fucking see you." That was it. You know, that was beautiful. Fucking love that. You know, some motherfuckers just keep going with it. Won't let up. And that's when I pull the oldest trick in the hitchhiking book. You know, that's why I don't put my location on my sign. You know, or, "Hey, where you headed?" "I'm going towards this way." And I'll name some town to the north. You know, that way if it's uncomfortable riding, be like, "You know what's great? Right here. Right here would be perfect. You drop me off right here instead. That'd be fantastic. You let me out right here." And get the fuck away from this weird shit in this car. Most people just fucking respect it though. They don't bother me too much. There's a beautiful hawk that just landed here. Let's see if I can get this out quick enough. Don't leave, buddy. I'm gonna make you famous on TikTok. No, as soon as I got it set up, he fucked off. Bastard. You beautiful son of a bitch, too. I might as well set my settings up for daytime anyway. Nothing worse than the second shot with the fan cat, Steve. Thank you, man. Fuck me, overpaying for your entertainment, brother. Much appreciated. There's nothing worse than fucking grabbing the camera, getting everything all set up, ready to go, and then realize, fuck, man, these all set up from last night's settings. All right, now we're good. Oh, nice camera thing. TikTok felt me. You deserved it, Chad. You deserved it. Kodo with the heart. Yeah, Kodo gave me this camera. Sent it ahead of me. The Nikon D71, which was great because you guys got to like watch me learn how to use this in real time. Like I remember I was in Villisca. No, I was in Stewart, Iowa, where Bonnie and Clyde robbed their last bank. They got caught a few months later up in Louisiana. And let's keep the big lens on this in case these hawks fucking land in the spot I can see them. But yeah, Kodo sent this ahead of me, to where his son goes to school up in Iowa there. So, this badass fucking camera bag to go with it. Let's not fail to mention the strap. But I was in Stewart, and I'm like, all right, I need to get photos to go with, like, for visual cues for this video I'm doing on the Bonnie and Clyde bank. And they all came out terrible because I had no idea what I was doing or how to use the camera. But you guys got to sit there on live while trying to figure out how to fucking put the lens on there. I never used lenses before. They came before that, a built-in lens and a servo motor, so it just, zoomed out and zoomed in. And that was it. So trying to sit there and figure out how to get the fucking lens on there. What the fuck you get this fucking thing on there? That was what? Man, that was almost a year ago now. Fucking time flies. I want to say it was around like September or August up in Iowa there. But that was really fun. That's when I decided going into Iowa. I decided to go chase like historical stories and shit like that. And I did that for a long time. A whole new style of content. Came out like shit. I had no idea how to do that style of content. But that's the thing. Like, you can't, in life in general, you can't be afraid to appear foolish. If you appear foolish, it means you're working on something new. Therefore, you're working on yourself, right? But especially with social media, you'll see people fall into a niche and just stay there. It's like, dude, I'm not trying to make the same videos I made fucking 5 years ago. I'd lose my fucking mind of boredom, you know? So all these different styles and approaches, and learning how to do the videography and photography for them, the editing for them, you know, it's a completely different fucking vibe here. And all kind of culminated when I came through Wisconsin, started doing it, Minnesota, started doing it, like the George Floyd site and all that. And I came to Iowa. We checked out just random shit along the way on top of all this. But we checked out Des Moines. We checked out Stewart, Iowa, where Bonnie and Clyde robbed their last bank. We checked out Adair, Iowa, not too far away, where Jesse James robbed his first freight train. We checked out Villisca, Iowa, where there was an unaliving back in the early 1900s there. It's a really interesting story. I got a video on that in the Red Play Button app where I talk about it. It's like an hour and 40 minutes long from the live stream where I camped out from the graveyard. I went to Cozad, Nebraska, and checked out their whole fucking history and got all the information on that, talked about that on the video, you know, and the videos suck, you know. The photography in Des Moines, best work I've ever done in a fucking major city, hands down. But besides that, the videos are fucking god-awful. I'm uncomfortable because I'm talking in front of the camera and I can't see myself like I usually can when I'm using the phones, and you know, I'm trying to get the audio with it, and that doesn't always match up just right. But then I got to Pueblo, Colorado, and I had it all figured out. Now I'm used to doing that style of content. So I promoted the Pueblo Community Soup Kitchen, using the Rich the Hungry drama as a way to promote a soup kitchen. I'm all about undoing evil, baby. All about. You do something fucking terrible, I'd love to undo it. Yeah. So 2 opposing communities in that time, you know. Yeah, Anywhere Man's and Rich the Hungry. Rich the Hungry is attacking a food pantry, and we're building it up. And we fucking won. We won big. You know, like, blew those fuckers out of the water with minimal effort. But that's the thing, I put effort in. And then like hanging out with Les Blackwell after that, you know, 3 weeks or so after that, I did a music video for Les Blackwell, and it fucking came out amazing. You know, I still go back and watch that video on occasion. Like, I made that. You know, using all these little skills, like you can see little bits from all the videos. I was working on something different. Like, okay, like how do we freeze frame me with a different background and stuff like that, and use that? Or like, how do we put movement in front of text in a video, which isn't that hard. It's a little involved. Once you learn it, you learn it. And I got to use all that, you know, all the way down. And then going to LA, doing stories in LA, it's a completely different approach. But the only reason I knew how to do any of that is because I did 10 shitty videos, you know, where like I didn't have the skill set yet. Still post them. I'm still fucking putting the time in. Wish Marie was here too. I miss Marie. That was a great video. Hey, came up good. No traction on the internet whatsoever. You know, that Les Blackwell video was basically just fanfare, unintentional fanfare. You know, if you enjoy Les Blackwell, you enjoy me, or especially if you enjoy both of us. You know, it was a fucking beautiful video. But it got no traction on the internet at all. Les posted all over his shit. I posted all over my shit. It got nothing. Just average views across the board. I'm like, damn, man. Put a lot of work into that. But, it was fun. I learned some stuff. Yeah, I think it caught me puffing. I don't know, Abby the cutlery person. I'm a work in progress, Anita. You know, I'm far from being professional. I will say this fucking thing opens so many doors. So many fucking doors. You know what I mean? Like, people see the camera and just assume you know what you're doing. You know, I don't know what it is. Even when I had the Kodak, I had the Kodak going around getting photos somewhere, and people come up and, you know, you can fucking get work that way doing photography. Hey, I need photos of this, and that. It's cool as shit. If you're not following Abby the cutlery person, what are you doing with your life? If you follow me and you don't follow Abby, what are you doing? You know? Abby fucking walks so people like me could run. Whenever I talk about standing on the shoulders of giants, Abby the Spoon Lady is very much included in that. But Yeah, Abby's on here. It's so fucking cool seeing, like, I remember when you first started, because Abby reads stories on here on the internet, like Monday through Friday. I'm wrong there. Monday through Thursday. Most nights you can see Abby reading old literature, old books from fucking 1800s, 1900s, all fiction and just chill, and fucking beautiful narrator, right? Monday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Gregory. But watching your whole live go from like, you got like 20 people in there watching you read, and then I go in a couple months later and it's like 50. Now you go in, it's over 100. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I guess no matter what you're doing on social media, if you do it for long enough, people that enjoy that content will find it. But I'm telling you, if you're trying to relax at the end of the night and chill out, check out Abby the Spoon Ladies live. 11 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. It's just the most fucking chill way to end the day and wind down. What up, Roll Dog? How you living? All my stuff pretty much charged here. Cash App. Oh, one of my tip yesterday for the smash burger I got went through. It's always nice to get notifications when you get money. It always sucks getting notifications when you lose money. It's $3 I'll never get back. But the lady that worked there remembered me from last week when I went through, walking through town. And she just fell off her bike. So her shoulder was all fucked up and going up out of her head. She fell off her bike just before she got into work. You can tell she was still kind of freaking out about it. And I was like, yo, you all right? Yeah, I fell off my bike and I'm working. It's fucking busy, blah, blah, blah. You know, she didn't swear or nothing, but just added it for flavor. But I went in yesterday and I was like, yo, how's your shoulder feeling? She's like, you remember me? I'm like, yeah, how's your shoulder feeling? You fell off the bike last week, right? She's like, oh, I feel way bad. It looks way worse than it is. Like, thanks for remembering. Thanks for asking. I'm like, yeah, no one else asking. She's like, no one's asking about me at all. Like, what? You see the same people every day? They're asking how you fucking doing? So that was an extra $1. And it's $5 for the burger. I was going to throw $2 on the tip. And at the interaction, I threw another $1 down. Felt right. So it's a $5 burger. You know what the fuck, yeah. What am I going to do? Try to get fucking buried with a massive wealth. Yeah, no, this soda fucked me up, dude. So Jones Soda, same company, it's Jones Soda. But they make one called Mary Jones now. So I didn't even have that much. Like, feeling it, I did 2 servings, which is only 20 milligrams or whatever. Dude, I was fucked. In a good way, you know what I mean? It was like I was crossfaded or anything. I wasn't drinking. I was fucking had some green stuff. Soaked a little bit of flour, fucking hit that, and I was like, oh. It was fucking nice, man. Chilled out last night. Even today, I gotta walk to the grocery store and do all that. I'm trying to get some hot dogs and hamburgers to cook up if I can find a grocery store that's open today for 4th of July. And then get some green stuff, fucking cook up some stuff on live. As long as I got an open grocery store, we're good to go. I'll go live for you guys for a bit, cook some stuff up, fucking listen to some old shitty 70s songs. Steven with the Kashap. Steven Albert. And you're overpaying for your entertainment, brother. Yeah, so, okay, the green stuff and drinking helps me sleep, right? I didn't drink last night, but it does. It helps me sleep. Fall asleep. But it gives me a worse sleep. I don't feel as rested when I wake up. Now, with the green stuff in particular, like, I wake up extra groggy if I'm partaking the night before. Usually at the first hour or two, I'm right as rain. If I drink a little bit, if I get my 6-pack of Tall Boys, I'm fine. But if I hang out with someone and I drink more than that, start doing shooters or whatever, if I'm like tying one on with a homie, like, I feel like I didn't even sleep the next day at all, at all. So it's not a good quality of sleep either way. I'm better off not partaking in anything. But goddamn, is it nice to shut my fucking brain off at the end of the day. This fucking thing's always racing. Always fucking racing. It's always 20 to 100 things I'm thinking about at the same time. ADHD type shit. But even, I don't know, I gotta beat this out of me, guys. Like, I gotta really work on myself here. Because, like, yesterday, I woke up and I went live, right? And then we walked to the store and I kept live and I had my coffee, had my protein bars for the morning. And then I walked for like 5 hours after that. I took like 2 little breaks for like 20 minutes. And then I went live for like an hour and a half and 2 hours, right? That's a full fucking day of getting shit done. It's a full day of doing stuff, right? But at the end of that, I'm sitting at camp, and I'm filling the spot out. I got my sleeping mat out. I'm sitting on that. I'm kind of seeing that this is the spot I'm going to be sleeping at. My brain immediately is like, you're being lazy. You're not doing anything. You're being lazy. You're just sitting there being lazy. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, did 9 hours worth of shit yesterday. Is that not enough, brain? I carried 100 pounds for 5 fucking hours yesterday. Is that not enough? I gotta stop that shit. It's not healthy. Definitely where the green stuff and the beer comes into play. Because like if I'm fucking on anything, I'm like, oh, the brain slows down. I don't give a fuck. But I always say the workaholic mentality is still alive and well. I just do it for myself now. Stephen Albert, man, thank you for the cash up again, and for all the fucking gifts. You don't do all that, thank you. But yeah, I gotta work on that shit. I don't ever want to be a lazy creator as a traveler. There's so fucking many. There's so many lazy motherfuckers that travel on fucking TikTok and social media in general. And I never want to ever fucking be confused for that. I never even want to get close to that realm. But yeah, I got to beat the shit out of myself for 2 fucking weeks for me to feel okay to take a day off now. And even on the day off, I'm still doing all editing and shit like that. But like over the winter, I kind of went the other way with it. Not really last winter, but the winter before, where like I wouldn't do shit for 2 or 3 days, and then I'd fucking go fuck off for a day or two traveling, and then I'd make enough for a motel. I'd go grab another motel and say I'm gonna have a cold. And, quite a few of those days in a motel or fucking doing nothing, I'd be like, I didn't earn this, and I didn't. And I didn't earn anything. I just fucked around for a couple days, getting some miles, if that, and then go fucking hole up in a motel again. But this thing I've been doing for months now, it's like I gotta fucking stop. Like, it's great. I'm getting in fucking great shape, but if I'm fucking doing stuff for 2 whole days straight after this, I did 2 whole weeks of fucking hopping trains, hitchhiking, fucking getting around Dunsmuir and then getting around Eugene and then checking this out, checking that out, doing meetups, doing collabs, and fucking all this shit. After 2 weeks, I took a day off. And then immediately went back to it. Fucking went back and hitting it hard for the last 2 days. And at the end of all that, I'm beating myself up for being lazy. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't think I'm drinking today. I'm supposed to stick to the green stuff. But same shit. It's one vice or the other, sometimes both. There was a couple times last month where I got the fucking 9.5 Bad Larrys. You know what I mean? I got the Voodoo Rangers, like a 6-pack, and I'll be puffing while hitting them. But I drank those like a normal beer. So after 4 of those, like just swilling them back, after like 2 hours, fucking schmammered. Like, oh, this ain't good. We ain't gonna do that. I did it twice. I was like, yeah, this isn't the move. This is not the move. We'll keep it with that 6-pack of Tall Boys. And I'll space them out enough to catch a nice buzz before I go to bed. We'll stick with that. I'm trying to fucking set up camp with one eye shut like a pirate. Oh, fuck. Better put that. Oh, my God. Those things fucking whoop your ass. Yeah, man. Fucking Oregon green stuff's cheap. I got 2 different times in the last week and a half. I went to the Magic Cabbage store and I got like $25 worth. And that's all I said the first time. Whatever $25 worth gets me of this strain. I said I want something. They taught me how to talk yesterday when I went to the green store. I was like, look, I want something cheap. I know you don't have cheap products, but I want something cheap cost-wise. Affordable? I'm like, yes, we'll use that from now on. So something affordable and $25 worth. And then they gave it. I was talking to the lady the first time, the woman working there, and then she hands me like a good size like container. I was like, oh, okay, it's probably half empty. And they opened up a camp that night to spin one up. I'm like, oh my God, this is full. It's a whole fucking quarter. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's fucking amazing. So someone's pointed out it's oversaturated. I think it was Pizza Hut telling how it's oversaturated up here. Like, yeah, Washington State, I saw that when I was working up there for sure. Just how oversaturated it is. Now you can't charge too much. Down here the same. It's $5 for a gram. $5 a gram. That's not fucking bad at all. And that's one thing I'm like, ugh, Massachusetts, ugh. Because, dude, it's like for an eighth, you're paying like $50, dude. Like, I don't have that kind of money. Yeah. However, 22 hours on a train later, I can be in Buffalo, New York, out of Massachusetts. And just south of Buffalo is Salamanca, Cuba, New York, part of the Seneca Reservation, Indigenous Reservation. And there you pay $40 for a whole zip. And it's decent. It's on top of the shelf shit, but it's decent. And I'm like, you know what? My old man, my stepfather, that's a medicine. He needs that shit. You know, he needs the green stuff. He is not a good person. Not like he's a terrible human being gonna hurt everybody. He's just not happy. He's angry and he's fucking stressed for nothing. Unless he has his green stuff. It's a medicine for him. 100%. For me, it's recreational. You know, I just fucking enjoy it. Really shut my brain off and relax at the end of the day, you know? But he needs that shit all day, every day. Right? So if I get him to throw in, then I won't feel like I was making a 3-day trip out to New York State or a week trip out to New York State and back. You know, or maybe along the way. That's what I'll do, motherfuckers. That's what I'll do. Sorry to call you motherfuckers. On the way back, I got to go right through Buffalo anyway. I can dip down Salamanca. Boom, grab some shit, come back up. You know, drop a good 100 on that. And I'll cover my old man for a bit and me. I think that's the plan. I think that's the way to go. Oh, really, Christina? Yeah, some people, I mean, it all affects people in different ways. It even affects me in different ways. Like when I was younger, I used to partake all day, every day, and I would just do what I normally did, just a little bit happier. It's great. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, this is fantastic. And I took a 7-year break, went back, now it fucks me up. You know, I cannot function when I'm on that shit. And that's been for 15 years or so, something like that. Close to it. So I've even seen a change in my body and how it's affected by it. But, probably seems some insane. It probably seems insane to some people. It's not, dude. It's 150 degrees out here, Justin. No fire. The thing is these damn trolls came in here and they paid me to wear a hoodie and a hat in 150 degrees out. They said I couldn't take it off unless someone threw in $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a Venmo. Otherwise I can't. I'm just gonna sit here and sweat in the heat. Nah, man, it's like fucking 60 something right now. It's beautiful. It's getting close to 70. I don't need any of this shit. I'll tell you right now. It's just for comfort. Just, you know, the fall time first hits, you just wear stuff. Yo, what's up, Ralph? How you living, baby? Been seeing you out in the Tank Lip community. I'm over there too, man. I fucking love watching that goofy fucker. I've always had a morbid obsession with people that are given a platform and fuck it all up. You know, I'm the only one that blames themselves. You know, like Boogie238. Stephen Albert with the jellyfish. Thank you for everything, man. Oh, so fucking funny. But he's so lucky. Like, and he'll never realize it because he can't, you know, think outside anything not involving money. But like Blue Oranges, all the people out there like that are part of his, like, you know, you guys fucking troll him. You troll him. You know, I do too. You know, fuck. But everyone's giving him the best advice. The best advice. Tank Lip. The best advice on how to run a platform, how to be respected, how to make long-term money and not just like quick cash grabs. But it falls on deaf ears because he's just too greedy and too egotistical, you know? Which makes it all the more interesting to me. Yeah, going to the beanie off after 45 galaxies with the coral. It wasn't jellyfish, it was coral, Steven. Thank you. Yeah, he wants that quick fucking Outback money. I was in his live yesterday for a little bit. I was taking a break hiking, and he was sleeping, and it's all the people that he hates in his boxes talking. Like all the moderators just let them all in. And I don't know. And that's the thing that they're trolling him in a way, like they're like, we're not going to gift or donate unless you get more healthy and work on your diabetes. You know what I mean? Like, dude, any other troll community would just fuck with that guy and ruin his life. You know, like they're actually looking out for him while having a good time. It's a beautiful balance. It's a beautiful balance. But I don't know. It also makes you appreciate what I got even more. Positive bullying, I think it's a good way to say it. Yeah. But it makes you appreciate what I got so much fucking more. Like, I know I'm doing something right on here. You know? Hitch. Try to punch me, bro? You challenged me to a death match? Thank you, Hitch. I was talking about you yesterday when I was fucking talking about the dog. Like, it's all over. About the wind down the live. And you're like, hey, you know Steph covered the dog that Jen started doing it? Are those your flags on the gloves? On the Liberty gloves? That's fucking great. With the Union Jack on them. But, yeah, it's just hopefully later today I'll be live. We'll do some cooking. Hamburgers, hot dogs, and shit. 4th of July, or as Hitch says, Trader's Day. It all hinges on whether a grocery store is open. You know, I got a mile and a half to get up to the grocery stores. We'll see, depending on them open. There's 3 of them there. Albertsons, Grocery Outlet, and something else. Fred Meyer's. Like, one of them got to be open, I'm sure. You know, I don't even think things close down like they used to on the holidays. I think this is left over from the mentality when I was younger. You know, the 90s and early 2000s when, like, shit would, the whole fucking city would close down on a holiday. You're like, fuck, I forgot beer. Fuck, I forgot butter. You know, whatever. But, happy Treason Day. It all started with that fucking tea, man. You know what I mean? I wasn't aware. That's a good look. I wasn't aware that the Bostonians that threw the tea into the harbor were all dressed like Native Americans. That's fucked up, man. You know what I mean? All right, we're actively stealing your land right now. And if we want to distance ourselves from the situation, we could just say that the indigenous folks did it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do that. Like, is there any American history where we just weren't fucking over the natives? God damn. The tea in the harbor. There are 11 states where it's not quite the 250th. You're just lazy? Fuck yeah, I'm lazy as shit, Ocean. Appreciate you. Did they really? Yeah, they dressed up as indigenous folks when they fucking threw the tea in the harbor. The harbor. No, they didn't get the blame. I don't know why. I'm assuming it was just like in case we want to distance ourselves from it, we can say, oh, it wasn't us, it was the indigenous folk. But word spread like wildfire pretty quickly. Crapping all over the world. Hell yeah, man, the world's my toilet. Your name's Ocean. What do you think fish do in there? They shit in it. You're welcome. That education will cost you, I don't know, $5. Get you $5. Send a Galaxy or fucking Venmo. Happy 4th, Paul. How you doing? Gonna pull a fast one. Yeah, you know, I'm against assumption on my end. I gotta look more into it. Probably won't, but I should. Uh-oh. Actually still tastes like tea. There's some interesting history in Boston, for sure. Like the molasses flood. On a really hot day in Boston, even to this day, I smell molasses. We got flooded by molasses. I gotta find this fucking eagle if it lands. We got flooded out by molasses. You don't celebrate the 4th? Kinda. I'm gonna get some food and cook it up. That's pretty much it. Man, these eagles, come on, one gotta land in my line of sight. There's 2 of them. There's 2 fucking hawks or eagles. I think they're eagles. Dipping around. I can't get them to stop my line of sight though. Get some sweet tea, baby. You can still go to Boston and throw the tea off the boat. There's a whole setup in the seaport in downtown Boston, going over a bridge, going into the seaport from like the North End downtown area, where they have a ship. You can go on, fucking throw the tea over. Got a rope on it. They pull it all up. You know, there's no tea in it. It's just a thing you throw in the water. It's still there. Yeah, I think you pay $20. Fucking throw tea over the side of a boat. Which I really want to like. I gotta find a UK creator that's in Boston when I'm there, because I want to hear a UK English accent throwing the tea over the fucking boat. You know, I think that'd be beautiful. Happy Independence Day, Brenda. Look up whales. You'll pass on that. Happy 4th. Happy 4th, Jerry. One of my favorite birds to watch. I just like fucking looking at stuff. I'm a scenery bum. That's the old school terminology for someone like me. Is a scenery bum. I like to travel and look at stuff. You know, but there's still quite a few moments. I make it a point to do this too. Like last night, I watched a beautiful fucking sunset. Fucking breathtaking fucking sunset. All through the trees in this area. I can't really see anything man-made unless the trains going by. And I can only see a little bit of that. And sky was all lit up. The clouds were lit up from underneath. That's basically what you're looking for if you want to do like sunset photography or whatever. Or you want a really beautiful fucking sky. You wait for that sun to go just past the horizon. It'll light up all the clouds from underneath. And you got a good 15 to 20 minutes to set up whatever you got to set up to get that photo or whatever. But last night was beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. I just sat there fucking soaking it in. And I was like, you know what? I'm not getting a photo of this. This is just for me. It's just for me. And I think it's important for me to do that while I'm traveling. Not everything needs to be fucking content. Oh. That British person ever do it? We can't waste the tea. It's against the Constitution. Good to know. Oh yeah, Stephen Albert. Have a good one. Good one, homie. Thanks for all the fucking... Thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions and comments and shit. Also, thanks for all the fucking support today, man. Do all that. Still stuck in Eugene. Yeah, I'm moving in. I'm going to be moving into Eugene here. I got fucking stretch, kid. I'm going to get my mailbox, put it by that tree over there. And then, I don't know, I'll probably get a bitch of a wife. You know? It's like a really mean wife. No matter what's happening, she's yelling at me about something. You know? Yeah, the pallet house is crooked. Yeah, you know, it's a pallet house. Yeah, oh, man, that'd be great. Constitution, I see what you did there. I see what you did. Any rail workers out here? Any rail workers in the chat? Is this Watco, the Class 2? The core engines and the Arkansas Midland engines? Is that all Watco out here? I know Watco owns, 80% of all the Class 2s. And this is a very busy Class 2 yard right next to the Class 1. But is Core separate? Is Core its own company? Or is it part of Watco? Because I know Watco, again, owns 80%. Well, Watco comes out and they want to compete with the Class 1s. But, like, why build a Class 1 railroad? Because they're already built, right? Unless you're going to buy another Class 1. It doesn't really make sense to start a whole new one with a whole new track system. So they went up and snatched up all the Class 2s. And that's how they started competing in the fucking market for trains. But I don't see a Watco sign on these engines. Railwayologist here can confirm everything you just said. Well, it was a question. I've never been to Junction City. Then we moved to Oregon and Washington. It's fucking beautiful up here. How about train rider moved in? Moving in. I can live here now. Yeah, I'm curious if it's a Watco or not. Excuse me, why unnecessary evil? I had to get the evil out of it. About 15 minutes. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, good. It's a Watco. Because I've seen the same engines in Arkansas. Same exact one. They'll change the logo will change. What's the orange? You see them over there. You look close, you can see the orange engines there. You see those all around the country. Arkansas, fucking, where else have I seen them? Here, obviously. Oh, yeah, Oregon, Washington coast is beautiful. I did a lot of that my last time up here. So I've been kind of I've been staying inland for two reasons. One, trains. But I beach bumped in LA for like 3 weeks. You know, like no matter where I was going, I always end up back on the beach and camped out there. So I got so many fucking photos of sunsets and bluffs and seagulls, which are beautiful. I had to mix it up though. You know, and I'm like, how many fucking sunsets can I take a photo of and post it as content? So I decided to go inland while I was in California for that reason. Just to mix it up a little bit and travel some places I haven't been to yet. I've been just doing the coast. Immediately regretted it. This is some long miles, baby. And just like that, it's fucking sunny out. It was just all gray and dreary. Now it's finally sunny. I got 25 hats. I just keep cycling through them. So I sleep in my beanie. In the wintertime, I sleep in my hoodie. I got my hood up. You know, I'll have a beanie on, but the hood does all the heavy lifting. Now that I'm down to just the hoodie, I don't have any other coats. I have just the hoodie. So when I sleep, my hoodie acts as a, pillow on my pack. That way no one can steal my pack while I'm sleeping without waking me up. And I put the beanie on my head so that way my head's not cold while I'm sleeping at night. Which is nice to be able to save. How many summers did I spend in the southeast? Because I was fucking dating someone out there. Oof, man, you weren't wearing any layers at night. You're fucking sweating, just fucking sitting there, even at nighttime. And then going through California was the same thing, man. I was lucky to get 80 degrees at fucking night, which is not optimal, you know. So coming up here, it's like, oh, it's chilly. Ooh, I put my beanie on, which I'm glad because I thought I got rid of my beanie and my scarf in Arizona because I knew I was thinking about it. But I was going through my stuff and it was still there. So I gave the scarf away to someone in Merced, California. I gave the scarf away to them. I kept a beanie just in case. I was like, I'm going to the mountains. I might need it. I'm really glad I did. So usually the start of the live, I'm rocking the beanie. What up, Chris L? Hope you're doing well as well. The good boost needs a BBL. A big Brazilian lady? Big beautiful Latina? Hey, thanks for the follow, Leonard. Thanks for the follow. Oh yeah, try the grocery store here. See if they're open. I better get some caffeine in me at the gas station over here if they're open. I think a little bit of caffeine and a protein shake will do me well. I can use a little bit of protein in my life. Especially all this walking I've been doing. Yesterday, I don't know. I got tired yesterday walking around. I was like, oh man, I'm fucking getting beat. Like, all right, we'll call it here, and then I'll just keep going tomorrow. I was like, no, fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just get it done. Let's fucking keep going. So I went for like another 2 hours after that or something. Just kept fucking hoofing. To the point where, like, it was just I was just basically falling forward and hoping my foot caught me from the fall. It was a nice fucking walk, though. I feel fine today, so not been that bad. I decided to do some chilling today. I only got an hour and a half, 2 hours, probably 2 hours worth of walking today. The rest is all just cooking, camping, and shit. Can't show pew-pews on live. What about this one? Freeze, fucker. This is a strawberry. Can't chew a strawberry. All the stores open today? Fuck yeah, thank you. Oh, you beautiful eyes. Camille, thank you very much for the compliment. I grew them myself, and my parents gave it to me for my birthday. I'm in between a bunch of roads and highways. This cool little spot here. So there's like a road way back there. There's a road way over there before that tree line, right before that tree line. Good distance away though still. So just after that tree line, my bad. And then there's a highway there, just past those trees and over the hill, right next to that train. And it's just these hills here, so no one can fucking even see me if they wanted to. I just see someone walking their dog a little bit earlier when I first went on live. Anyway, they weren't bothered with me. There's a church over here, just over yonder. And I'm sure if they were doing stuff and they saw me here, they'd probably fucking ask me to leave. I don't know whose property this is or whatever, but a good spot to call home for the night. Happy 4th of July. Silly. Love the name. I'm going to pack it up here in a second and go on get Get your questions, comments, and insults in before I go. I need to get me some caffeine, some protein. Maybe I can get a clue along the way. Yeah, it's a filter, Hitch. It's a filter. A blue eye filter. Yeah, I love getting kicked out of churches. It's just it's a guilty pleasure. Usually it's pouring rain out, or I just need a spot to sit down for a little while and go to a church. Usually they don't care. They leave you alone. You know, hell, I'll fucking charge my stuff behind a church a lot of the time too, because most of the time they'll kick you out. But 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15 will ask you to leave, which I find fucking hilarious, because that means if their Lord and Savior came back to fucking Earth and was walking through their town, and he stopped at their church, they'd kick him out. You know, I was talking about like the push to make homelessness illegal in America, which is fucking disgusting, by the way. But the push to make homelessness illegal in America, I made a video talking about that, and I used Jesus as a reference, where I'm like, if Jesus was here today in Washington, D.C., he'd be put in jail for being homeless. And so many people in the comment section are like, why? What? No, he wouldn't. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't realize that he had no permanent housing? Like, yeah, he stayed with Peter or whatever. Was it Peter or David? He stayed with him, but that wasn't his place. He just stayed there on occasion. Like, the dude was a nomad. He lived outside. Like, how do you not draw that correlation? Just because you don't want to, I guess? I don't know. No matter what group of people you look at, there's good and bad people there. But the amount of, like, extreme religious folks that have never actually read the Bible is fucking alarming. Like, no. We don't like people that are part of the LGBTQ community, because that's a sin. While they're eating shrimp, which is a sin. And wearing mixed clothing. You can't wear clothing that's mixed material, by the way. That's also a sin. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This book was written 2,000 years ago. You don't even fucking know what's in it. How'd you never read the motherfucker? You never cracked it open once just to take a peek? You'll live and you die by this fucking book. And you never even bothered to fucking open it. Mooney with the Harvey. Yeah, most homelessness is not a fucking choice. Like, I'm not destitute. I decided to come travel, and that's why I'm out here. I've been out here for almost 5 years now. I fucking love what I do. That's why I do it. And falling hard times, I function very well in society and all that. But most people out here, they are destitute. They have trouble functioning in today's society. I know immediately with confirmation bias, you're thinking about that guy yelling at the clouds on the side of the fucking road. Is that out here? Of course it is. Of course it is, without a doubt. Especially when you add substances into the mix and all that. But the amount of people, like the young people I see out here, that they came to their family, said, hey, I'm part of the LGBTQ community, they came out of the closet, and the family kicks them out as a teenager and throws them to the literal fucking wolves, is alarming. People with severe dyslexia out here, where do you put someone in today's society that can't fucking read or has trouble reading? Where do you put them in today's society where everything is done on a fucking phone or a computer? Even want a construction job, you got to fill the application out online. You know what I mean? Like, where do you put someone in today's society that has trouble reading? Where that's everything in our society is based around reading at this point, right? Even doing this, I have to read the chat, right? People with severe dyslexia out here, people with photosensitive epilepsy. Where do you put someone in today's society that if a siren, a police car goes by, they go into convulsions on the ground? Seeing people struggle with the red tape and bureaucracy just to get help, just to get medication for these things, or for mental health issues or anything, or even just talk to somebody or find, be able to speak to a doctor without access to health care is obviously impossible, depending on what state and county or city you're in. Again, we get the confirmation bias. You think of that person tweaking on the side of the road, but also you got to think that person yelling at the clouds, tweaking on the side of the road, that's someone's kid. There's someone's kid, there's someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's mother, someone's father, someone's daughter, someone's son, And a lot of the times, this is, fucking horrifyingly sad. Let's go back to the teenager that goes to their family that's ultra-religious and says, I'm part of the LGBTQ community. They say, get the hell out. And they throw them to the wolves. Now that young person, and I was an unhoused teen myself, like, trust me, I know what I'm talking about here. First-hand experience and then seeing it out here as I travel now. You guys will hear me use this term a lot, this phrase a lot. You hang around a barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. All right, so say you're a teenager in this situation. Say that you're an adult and you just lost everything. You know, a lot of us are, a month away. I think the vast majority of the U.S. is 1 month away from being out here with me. You know, the whole rug is pulled up from underneath you. Now you're on the streets. Safety in numbers, right? So you're going to find other people in the area doing something similar, being on the streets, and you hang out with them. They're all fucking doing substances. At some point, no matter how much willpower you have, it gets very tough to keep saying no. You know, hang on a barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. And that's for anyone that comes out here, you know. Temptation's always there, dude. Especially if you get a young person out here on the streets. But I have met a few and far between, but I have met people that are out here like me. That is like, I like being out here. A lot of them are like older people or people on disability. Because again, the red tape and bureaucracy, you know, you can, okay, you got on this waiting list for 5 years. Okay, now you're on the waiting list. Now you're done with the waiting list. Let's get you some housing. Wait, you didn't fill that one paper out right, so now we got to put you on the back of the waiting list. Sorry. All right, 5 years went by. That's 10 years total. Okay, now you got all your paperwork done. Fantastic. We'll get you in there. Oh, sorry. There's been a political shift in the government. We no longer offer this program now. So, you know, and you might get lucky and get housing super quick, depending on where you're at and what kind of outreach they got in the area and all that. But a lot of people, including myself, dude, like I don't want to deal with that shit either. But a lot of people don't want to deal with that. You know, I met this old cat up in Wisconsin last year, and he's hauling a fucking Jackery down the street. You know, he had a trailer that would go to a bike, and he's hauling this thing behind him, and it tips over. You know, it hits the first little uneven fucking sidewalk, and it tips over. I go over. Where you headed, man? I got you. So I'm carrying all my shit and dragging his Jackery behind me. And I was talking to him. I forget his name now, unfortunately, but I was talking to him about like how we ended up out there, because like he's not on substances, he's not a drinker. You know, he had clear eyes. He can talk to me, you know, cohesively, coherently. But and he's lugging around. I don't know how much a fucking one of those giant Jackeries cost. Those are fucking expensive, though. You know what I mean? He's carrying around this, you know, $300 plus piece of equipment to go bring back to his tent. You know, and that was his story. Whereas like I'm older, I'm on disability, and I don't want to deal with the government and all their waiting lists and their paperwork and their bureaucracy, and I don't want to have that lording over me, that I might lose my living situation at any moment. I don't want to deal with all that, so I don't. I just live outside now. You know, you got to respect it. Well, you don't have to do anything. I respect it. Instead of dealing with all that bullshit like my parents got to go through all the fucking time. It's like, fuck it, we're out. What's up, Patty? Yeah, and then you go to someone like him who's completely content in life. He loves what he does. You know, he's got a fucking generator and all this shit now. And go to him and be like, well, sorry, you're too poor and that's illegal, so now you go to fucking jail. It's fucking horrifying to me. For people that are new here or haven't heard me talk about this before, it all started back in 2022. The current president goes to an NRA meeting and does a speech. And he puts forth the idea of taking homeless people and putting them in jail, right? You can either go to reform camp or you go to prison. Now, they took that reform camp out of the equation, by the way. You've seen it happen in Washington, D.C. last year, where it's just like, oh, we got stuff going on, put them all in jail. New Orleans, when the Super Bowl was going on there, they just put them all in a camp, which is just this giant prison that they just put all the homeless people in until the Super Bowl was over. But started in 2022, the idea was put out by the current president to put people that are poor, homeless, in camps or reform camp. They got rid of that reform camp part, that caveat, that's gone now. Now it's just prison. They started enacting it around the country back in 2023. June 2023, you got the Supreme Court, not too far from here, Grants Pass, Oregon versus Johnson, where they decided that every city, local government, city and county and state can decide to make homelessness illegal in that area. And that goes as far as any of your favorite creators that do alternative lifestyles, living in a vehicle. If you use so much as a blanket to stay warm, you are now committing a crime and can go to jail for it. Now, Tennessee put this forth back in 2021 when they made it a misdemeanor to be homeless in Tennessee. If you caught camping outside, here's a ticket. Now you're going to go to people that have nothing and give them a ticket. You might as well put them in fucking jail. I think we're all on the same page there. People don't have money and you're charging them money. What's the penalty for not paying it? You go to jail. You might as well just skip that middleman. They doubled down in 2025. Last year, they're trying to make it a felony now. I think they did, actually. Trying to make it a felony to be homeless in Tennessee. And Tennessee was kind of the one that lead the charge, right? They're the one that lead the charge by making it a misdemeanor to be homeless. They're not enforcing it if you fall asleep in a park, unless you have a sleeping bag with you. You look homeless. You know, you as a regular person going to a fucking park and then falling asleep reading a book, ain't not gonna bother you. But that homeless person fucking 10 feet away from you, they'll lock him up, right? It's fucking crazy. But Tennessee put it forth first, right? So I went to Tennessee and I did some fucking camping. Because fuck you, I'm gonna do what you told me, right? Raised Against the Machine taught me well. And while I'm there, I make a video talking about, like, hey, was what I'm doing illegal? You're kind of playing Mickey the Dunce. Is what I'm doing illegal? Am I going to jail? And you can see all the people from Tennessee. No, not you. You're fine because we like you. Sorry, man. If a rule applies to one, it applies to all. You know, it's fucking everyone or nobody. So, talking to people in Tennessee at the time, police officers, fucking mayors, the local unhoused, they couldn't enforce that law. They could not enforce that law. They pick and choose where to enforce it. It's kind of like Gulfport in Mississippi in general. Mississippi, where they have no panhandling laws. But it's only enforced in major cities. It's not enforced outside. It's only enforced outside of the major cities. So it shoehorns all the unhoused to the major cities so they can make a buck, you know. And then everyone judges the major cities for having all these unhoused people because they force them out of the suburbs and rural areas. But it didn't work in Tennessee. It failed horribly. There was no infrastructure in place. So these politicians, you know, governor on down, says we're making homelessness illegal here. And it fails horribly because they didn't put any infrastructure in place. The beds were filled that day. That day, every single build for every single bed for every single shelter was filled that day. You don't have enough to fucking put everyone in a bed. What do you mean? You can't be outside sleeping. Where are they going to sleep? Right? So they couldn't enforce it. They couldn't keep up with it. You know, it failed immediately. But damn, it sounds good on paper to the constituents. So they just kept saying it over and over again. We've solved homelessness in Tennessee. We've made it illegal. Then Grants Pass, Oregon versus Johnson comes out. Okay, we're now making it a felony here in Tennessee, knowing it failed horribly. It failed already. We're going to double down on it because it sounds good on paper. You know, and it really comes down to, like, you guys can't be worried about trash. You can't be worried about homeless people making a mess. You know, how's homeless making a mess? You can't tell me you are. You can say it all fucking day, but I'm not going to believe you. Because 65% of you litter. 65% of you litter. You throw shit out your fucking window like it's just going to disappear into another dimension. You know, you sit somewhere, do something, you throw it on the fucking ground. You know, 65% of you in here litter right now. Right? So you can't tell me it's about fucking trash. The most trash I see is on the side of highways and interstates from people throwing shit out their fucking car windows, you know? So what does it come down to? Really, to me, it boils down to you just don't want to see homeless people. You know what I mean? The people that are staunchly for making homelessness illegal and making being poor in America illegal, you just don't want to see it. You don't want to see someone holding a sign on the side of the fucking road. You know? Like, aesthetics are that important to you that you have to force people into fucking labor. That's all the private prisons we own, right? We have privatized prisons here in America owned by corporations for profit. You know, it's just to keep that mill going. Slavery is alive and well in the prison system. That's all it is. You know, you get locked up for being poor. What do? They put you to work. You make $1.50 to $3.50 an hour. You got to pay $60 to $100 a fucking month just to be there. And if you don't pay it, you can't leave. You know, it's fucking crazy. And to put it in a more simple way, I've never seen a fucking Disney movie where the good guys were arresting homeless people and put them in jail. Out of sight, out of mind, Miss Kelly, exactly. Catherine, happy 4th. Begging for laughs. What's up, homie? Hell yeah, yo, smuggler. Out here doing fucking the Lord's work. Really difficult situation. What do you recommend? The only way I've seen the unhoused problem in America work is cohabitation. Give people a way out and a way off the streets, and then give them a way to stay off. You know, okay, here's the deal. Hey, do you want a bed right now? We'll get you a bed right now. We'll get you detox and rehab, and you come out clean. Okay, cool. We got a whole 1 month program for you. Fantastic. Okay, the month's up. Now what? You go right back to the streets, right back in that environment. You hang around a barbershop long enough that you're going to get a haircut. But give people a viable way to go. Sanford, Florida, Greg Runge kind of does a lot of work out there, boots on the ground philanthropy out there in Sanford, Florida. Great example. Certain pockets of California, they have some really cool laws for the unhoused people where it's like if you have an encampment, as long as it's not in the way, in on the sidewalk or in the fucking road, it's on public property, you have an encampment, you have the same rights as if you had in a house or an apartment. But if it's deemed unsanitary, if you make it a mess, we give you a week to move out, and then we clean it all up. All around California, you got 3 days at least before you got to leave your camp, which is fucking beautiful. You got places like Texas, like Houston did this a few years back, where they just went in and threw away everyone's shit. Pueblo, Colorado, perfect example of that, where there's a lot of outreach programs in place to get people off the streets if they so choose. But while they're at work, working for the city, to clean up Pueblo, Colorado, the mayor and the police are coming through and throwing all this shit away. If you say you can't panhandle here, no panhandling allowed. Okay, great. Now people are desperate for money. What do people do that are desperate? Desperate shit. They're going to get that money one way or another. You just increase the crime in your area exponentially. Give people a viable way to get off the streets, get off whatever substance issues they have, if they have any, and give them a way to segue into normal living, segue back into society. Get them housed up, get them a job, and then take it from there. If they fuck it up, they fuck it up. At least you gave them a shot, Or you give people a viable way to get IDs without an address. Even me on the road, how tough it is for me to get a fucking ID? I got to fucking dip all the way across the country. I can only get an ID in Boston, and that's it. And it costs money, dude. Everyone wants to, for the ID for voting, fine. You want to have an ID for voting, cool. Let's make IDs free then. Because otherwise, people that are struggling trying to figure out whether they're buying food or keeping their lights on this week, they don't have $35 to $60 disposable income for a fucking identification card. You want IDs for everyone to vote? Fucking fine, man. Make them free. We all pay fucking taxes anyway, right? Even this fucking hobo, I gotta pay taxes, unfortunately. A tax person comes in here on occasion. They're pretty funny. But, cohabitation is the best way I've ever seen it dealt with. It leads to less crime, and anyone that wants to get off the streets has the option to do so. And it's beautiful. I just don't see it a lot. I don't see it a lot out there. ID for voting is absolutely essential. Cool, make them free then. Problem solved, right? Because that's what I'm worried about, the people that can't afford lights and can't afford food. That definitely should have a vote in this country. You know what I mean? If you're that poor in the U.S., you should have a fucking vote, right? I think way more than someone that has 12 yachts and fucking 19 mansions. I think that person that's struggling in America should definitely have a vote, without a doubt, right? And it's just our right as American citizens to be able to vote. So if someone has to figure out whether they're getting an ID this month, or paying for food, or keeping their lights on, and they can only pick one of those three, they're not going to pick an ID. You know what I mean? They're not going to choose the IDs 0% of the time. They're going to choose what's going to help them survive. But that's also, it's a contentious point, right? Everyone's all arguing about the fucking IDs and shit. And again, I think it's a simple solution. Make them free then. It's a piece of fucking plastic. Make them free. We already have taxes that go into all this shit. Why do we got to get taxed again, right? It's such a minimal fucking income for any state. Just make them fucking free, or give an option where it can be free somehow. Something, anything. But that's the point, man. All these fucking rich fuckers got us arguing about everything in the fucking world besides things that'll actually help. When's the last time a politician that was not up for re-election, was the last time a politician was talking about affordable housing, affordable health care, or affordable food in America? You know what I mean? Fucking insane. Yeah, whatever you're saying, Queefy Cult. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about, I don't think. Maybe to provide more context, I can understand what you're saying better. Yeah, I mean, I feel like certain things are done just to keep certain people in certain classes from being able to vote, right? And that's fucking dumb. Like that dog ain't gonna hug. typical socialist bullshit by saying that if you want IDs to vote, they should be free. What, you want to keep paying for your ID? This subject matter is so important to you that you want to keep paying for your ID? A piece of plastic given you by the government that we're required to carry as American citizens? We are required to have an ID on us at all times? Yeah, no, we should just keep paying for that. Hey, I got a bridge I could sell you out in New York if you wanted to. Getting all riled up because I said we shouldn't have to pay for pieces of plastic that the government requires us to carry. Yeah, what a crazy concept of saying, oh, God. Hey, you guys want to argue about a body of water? I call it the Gulf of Mexico. We all can yell at each other in the chat about it. That's way more important than affordable housing in America. We'll talk about the water again. Yeah, I want the water. I want to see a more articulate representation of how I feel, because I'm not a smart man. Check out Guy Debert. Guy Debert is an amazing philosopher, a French philosopher from the 60s. And he talks about capitalism in a good and bad way, right? Because it is amazing. Like, my breakfast in the morning, when I go get this coffee and I go get a protein shake, how many thousands of people went into that to get it to me and get it affordable, right? And not even just the people that make the product, make the packaging, you know, and not even just that. You go into the shipping, you know, that went on a freight train. How many thousands of people went into that? How many thousands of people went into the truck that picked it up after? The people that do the oil refinery. You know, there's thousands of people that go into your breakfast every morning. Thousands of people. How beautiful is that? That's fucking cool as shit. And it's a Guy Debert, spelled Guy, G-U-I. But it's pronounced Guy Debert. You know, how many thousands of people go into this one product that you consume here to get it to you and get it affordable because it's competitive and all these companies are competing with each other. That's why we don't like monopolies here in America, right? How beautiful is that? That's breathtaking. The negative side effect of that is you have to be part of that machine. You have to be involved in that machine one way or another. That's why people get angry when they see some guy on the internet not doing all the society stuff. You know, just fucking doing my own thing, the very low overhead, and just taking photos and videos of what I'm doing. Oh, you're not part of the machine, but I have to be part of the machine, so I'm mad at you now. You know what I mean? So the pros and the cons are right there in front of you. The very same breakfast you can look at and be like, wow, fucking capitalism is amazing. Look how cheap this was for me to consume and have available right here. You know, if you can go walk around and get all that shit, it'll take you months just to make that one thing. You know, that one meal. It's beautiful in that way, but the negative part is you have to be a cog in that machine. You'll see people regularly get pissed off at me, get super angry at me because I'm not. Even though I was for 20 years, even though I probably worked more hours than anyone who gets mad at me for not living a conventional life and working a conventional job anymore. I guarantee you I've worked more than 90% of these fucking people in their life just in those 20 years as a workaholic from ages 16 to 36. But I'm not doing it now. And I didn't wait until I was 90 and I couldn't fucking see because of glaucoma to go check out the Grand Canyon. I'm doing it when I was in my mid-30s to fucking early 40s now. And boy, that pisses people off, you know? Why do I have to be a cog in the machine and you don't? So not only is it a way that capitalism is set up that way, pros and cons in the same fucking meal, right? The same idea, the same example. But people get mad when you don't. It's insane. Do you ever go anywhere interesting? No, not really. Pretty or literally? No, I've never done anything interesting out here, I don't think. Rogue Moolah. I don't think I've ever done anything interesting. Or been anywhere interesting. I usually just sit on the side of highways, you know. Just sit in bushes and shit like that. Well, thanks for asking, though. If only there were thousands of videos for you to look on the internet. You know, it'd be crazy. That'd be so fucking cool if there was like thousands, like around 5,000 videos you could look at on TikTok. Be going around doing shit. If only there was a way. Damn, man. I guess just stuck here on the side of a highway. Checked out the world's oldest cherry tree a couple days ago online. There's a rose garden here in Eugene, and it has a cherry tree from 1843. It was planted by Eugene Skinner, the person that founded Eugene, Oregon. And hey, if you watch all those 5,000 videos and you oh, I really like these videos. Hey, I got a red play button app. There's more videos on there too, homies. I guess the roses. Yeah, the roses are all right. They kept sneaking up on me though. I had a whole plan to like really pretend I was afraid of plants the whole time. But I got overstimulated because there's too many people there. So many people around. So I ran the bit for a very, very short time at the end. I basically was trying to channel the Christopher Walken skit where he's a botanist afraid of plants. He put googly eyes on them all. Trying to steal a little bit of that energy. I did it at the end for a little while though. Oh. if only. Do I think it's possible for a woman to do this safely? Oh yeah, there's plenty of women out here that travel. Half the people out here traveling are women. I bumped into one hopping trains, I don't know, 5 days ago out here. I say they probably got a lot more to worry about when it comes to safety and security than I'll ever have to worry about. You know what I mean? Ain't no truckers trying to sneak in with that PIN code, into the fucking shower I'm taking and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't got to worry about shit like that out here. So keep in mind, any perspective I'm giving is all from, a larger fucking white guy. Do you miss family? Yeah, but I miss everyone all around the country, dude. It's a Brazilian Portuguese word called saudades. It basically means as you travel. We don't have a word for it in English, but it means as you travel. Yeah, it's a big, beautiful bird. The fucking hawks are out today, man. As you travel and you meet people, it creates a yearning and melancholy in your heart because as you meet people, you realize you might never see them again, and if you do, it's not going to be for a long time away, So it creates like the sadness. The way I keep that from bothering me too much is I wouldn't have said hello to the awesome people I met yesterday if I didn't say goodbye to the awesome people I met the day before or the town before or whatever. But it is a thing. There's a correlation there. It's like, oh, fuck, this person's awesome. I'd love to see them again. I'll see you in 3 years maybe or never. But same thing with family. I always miss my fucking family. I'm going back to see them in like a month. The camera's ready. If one fucking stops near here, I think got the telescope and lens ready to go. And all my settings and fucking good. Oh, shit, it's daytime now. It was cloudy out last time, so I'm overexposed, I'm sure. There we go. But, yeah, anything comes by, I'm fucking rip roaring ready to go. They're just flying by and quick. I see them through the trees real quick and they go away. Hoping to get a photo of one today. Fucking all over the place here. Do you have children? None that I didn't eat. Highly recommend rotisserie chicken style. Right, smugglers? I think that's what life's all about. Be happy and be a good person. Fuck everything else. Especially people's opinions on your happiness or your fulfillment. So, that's how I live my life. Do what makes me happy and fucking be a good person. That's the caveat. If you're happy as burning down orphanages, maybe you shouldn't do that. They're tender when they're little. I never had any kids of my own. I raised my nephew. They're going to put my nephew in foster care when I was like 19, so I grabbed him up. I had him in almost 7 years. Had a lot of help so I could work and shit like that from family, which is cool. But yeah, I came close once. Unfortunately, the mother passed away when she was pregnant with my fiance way back in the day. But I don't feel like getting all sad, so we'll talk about something else. My head's really big. I got a giant head, and it's hard to find hats. So I go for the stretchy hats. And they're too tight too, but then eventually it'll stretch out because of my fat head. Scariest thing to have in my travels, it's usually weather, man. Weather is my biggest enemy out here and always has been. I bumped into bears, I bumped into venomous snakes, spiders, fucking, I've had some crazy people do some crazy shit, but weather's the biggest constant enemy out here, especially like going from New England and going out and like elsewhere in the country. I never seen a wildfire in my life. I never seen a tornado in my life. I never been near a hurricane in my life. You know what I mean? I didn't do any of that shit. Fucking very spoiled out in the Boston area when it comes to weather. Ticks, not too much. Man, I get some on occasion. But usually I got to re-up. I got to do it soon too. I got to stop procrastinating with that. I usually keep permethrin and permethrin in all my anything textile or cloth. I put permethrin and permethrin on some insecticide. Some people are allergic to it, so be careful. But it's only toxic to cats when it's wet. When it dries, no animals are toxic to it. It's just for insects. Keeps ticks, chiggers, mosquitoes. Keeps away. Like they won't bite you through your clothes, but they'll still get exposed skin. It's more for ticks and chiggers. But it also helps with bed bugs, scabies. Like if you get scabies, they embed in your skin. I've never had them, but from what I hear, they embed in your skin. They'll give you permethrin cream or permethrin cream to put on there to get rid of them. So if you already have it on your clothes, they don't fuck with you. Yeah, fleas, bed bugs. Lice, body lice, and chiggers, ticks, mosquitoes, and all that. It keeps them all at bay. Permethrin. Permethrin or permethrin, depending on who you talk to. I usually get the Sawyer brand. They'll have an aerosol one. You get it all on Amazon for like fucking, I don't know, $8 a bottle or something. There's a squeeze pump brand, a squeeze pump style. I usually use Sawyer, the perfect dilution. You can get it yourself and dilute it yourself. Why fucking bother? You know, just grab yourself the Sawyer one. The Sawyers are good. The permethrin, or permethrin, depending on who you talk to. The squeeze, there's an aerosol one. It works all right, but I swear that squeeze bottle one, it soaks in a lot better than the aerosol one. You know, it gets in there a lot better and lasts a lot longer. You usually get 6 to 8 washes or about 2 months, depending on what kind you get and how diluted it is. Close Wheeler, I'll type it out in the chat here. You know, people asking about it. I guess I can put some effort into the live today. Fine. It's spelled like this. And again, the brand I usually get is Sawyer. Sawyer does a good job. Like a Tom Sawyer. It's a yellow bottle with black writing. And again, I recommend the square bottle. Be careful. If you're going to use, be fucking careful. Be mindful of where you're doing it. I don't do it in the woods. Why? Why would I not put it out in the woods? Would that make more sense? I'm not trying to hurt this fucking tree over here, fill the insects, and fuck up their ecosystem. You know, the shit is an insecticide. Make sure you don't get it on your hands. Don't be fucking touching your face and shit. You know what I mean? Like, keep it off of you. Even like when I'm doing my boots, I'll spray my boots with them. I put my boot laces inside my boot and I spray the outside, so that way I'm tying my boot, I'm not constantly touching it. You know, if you can have a base layer and then have an outside shirt, like a button up or something like that, or a hiking shirt on the outside, have that sprayed with the inside one isn't. You want to limit the amount of time your skin is absorbing this shit, you know, if you can. But like, I'll put it on the brim of my hat, you know, and I'll put it on, you know, my pants are going to be touching me. I'll put them on there because that's the necessary evil. I'll roll that dice. Because that's usually what's getting me, is I'm going in the tall grass and shit's climbing up my leg. That's why I tuck my boots in. You know, I tuck my pants under my boots so spiders and shit can't climb up my pant leg and stop dipping me all up from inside my pants and shit. But in a pinch, you can use DEET, right? They say it works against ticks and mosquitoes. Kinda. It works great for mosquitoes. You'll get hours of relief because they got those receptors. The mosquitoes come with those receptors. They pick up on the DEET and they fuck off. They don't like it, you know, and they stay fucked off. That's the nice part. Once they get near you, they fuck off and stay fucked off until it wears off. But with ticks, you get 10 to 20 minutes tops. So if you're walking through tall grass like this, spray up with DEET or off, whatever you got, spray up and then walk through. But realize after 10 to 20 minutes, you're not stopping ticks anymore. It's just for mosquitoes at that point. Get him, Jen, get him. Fuck that guy. I charge my phone. Power banks. I got 7 of these bitches now. I might even get one more, really. But it's nice not having to worry about power management as much. Oh, there's an outlet nearby. I was here last week. There's an outlet nearby here. I can charge my stuff up before I leave. But yeah, every day I go through like one power bank, one and a half power banks. I'm going live a lot. I use my phones a lot for shit. But yeah, I carry 6 20,000 milliamp, whatever it's called, power banks, and one 10,000. Usually gets me a good 4.5, 5 days. I could probably stretch it out to 6 if I wanted to. That's with me going live though. Going live eats up so much fucking battery power. It's crazy, fucking crazy. A lot of data too. Every hour on here using 3/4 of a gig of data. So it's a lot of juice and a lot of data. There's a patch for bugs. I tried brewer's yeast before. It worked really well for mosquitoes. But you got to take it every day, you know? And I'm like, I don't like taking anything every day, you know? But yeah, a follower, we met up 3 times now up in Arkansas. Miss B that comes in here. She turned me on the brewer's yeast. I used it for a summer and it works really well. It works really well. I would kind of, if I was in a swamp and they're everywhere, you know, like, yeah, I don't know how well it would work in that situation. I didn't test it. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I'm just not sure. But yeah, brewer's yeast is a little pill you take. You know, I was taking one a day. I think one every morning I take when I was doing like brushing my teeth and starting my day up and shit. And I would pop one of those. I took it for like 3 months. It worked good. It worked good. Yeah, I mean, I usually have service. I got 2 phones. I don't know, like all these fucking travelers on here, they all got Verizon, and they all got a second phone, and that was Verizon as well. And I'm like, that's dumb. So I got one phone. This one's AT&T Towers. It's Cricket.